did. It says going live.
Which is going live. You have to hit the act. I mean, if that is if you're ready to go yet or not. But we're
Is
not
it
live on YouTube. You have to.
okay? Let
There we
me
go.
let me.
Now we are. There we go.
Well, at
So
least at least the people on YouTube didn't see, the struggle, the struggle of us trying to get the technical difficulties up. You sound tired? Yeah, I am tired. I'm like really tired. I got like maybe like 4 hours of sleep, I think. Uh, but yeah, like the whole Charlie Kirk thing has, yeah, it's just, I think it just shows a lot about how society is going right now.
yeah,
And yeah, I know, like, uh, I guess some people don't like it when we talk about politics. It's supposed to be like a gaming podcast, so I can kind of understand, but I don't know. This kind of affects everybody. Like, I don't know. But, yeah, I wasn't expecting, no one expected this to happen. No one, like, he was always that, like, guy you see on the peripheral, at least for me. I listen to some YouTubers who are, like, around that sphere. Not a lot, but I do watch their videos occasionally. And you would see him, like, in the peripherals of, like, the conservative stuff. And, uh, you just don't expect like someone you see on your feed to go through, like, it's a weird feeling. Like
like
it was a shock. It was a shock. Like, I never expected like something like that to happen to somebody that I am fairly aware of in my own
mhm.
life. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know him personally, obviously, but like I saw some of his like speech, some of his speeches here and there. So it's like it's weird. It's a weird feeling. But anyways, what were you gonna say?
So basically, I want to address, like, obviously addressing it today is more so addressing it in the form of like acknowledging that it happened, because it is big. It's very big. This is probably one of the biggest political assassinations that we will see. And yes, I said political assassinations. And this is definitely overall one of the biggest assassinations we'll probably see over the next like definitely of the first 25 years of this century. Like, this is huge. Like, this is absolutely huge. And the
Um,
reason it's huge and the reason why it ties into gaming is because there's a lot of relevance that this has with gaming, because this guy was in kind of like the gamer culture, not super constantly, but he was aware of a lot of the stuff that was going on, and he was a little outspoken with it. But the key thing that we're and why I wanted to mention it today is we want to mention it in the realm of like, you know, I'm disgusted by seeing, you know, I'm disgusted by seeing people, game developers, cheering for this and then putting up lists of people who they think should be next. Those include, yeah, Asmongold. They include other people who just talk. It's like they've got talk shows, or they've got radio shows, or they've got podcasts, and they just talk. Like, I saw people, I saw a couple of posts over on Blue Sky, because of course it was Blue Sky,
mm,
where it was like, Joe Rogan, Asmongold, like just throwing out like culturally significant names. And then I go over to my feeds that has all my like connections with all my all the gaming people, and I see people at Sucker Punch, I see people at Blizzard, I see people, connected with EA and Ubisoft cheering and supporting these lists. And it's like, are you people insane? Clearly they are. but it's like it's at a like it's a disgust level that is just like absolutely like insane. Sucker Punch is making the new that new samurai game, and it was on everybody's kind of like list, kind of like, oh well, the last one was so good and was so recognized by, even Japan itself as being this amazing product. But now one of their key people, now this person has been fired, but I haven't looked since yesterday, but so far
Yeah,
since yesterday because I've been very busy
that's a
today.
major thing too. The people who've been publicly celebrating the assassination of a guy who, look, all he did was talk. Like, yeah, he has his opinions that you don't agree with. I understand that. I've heard some things that people said that he said that was kind of crazy. I don't know the context behind it. And I was like, yeah, that is pretty kind of crazy. But that's
Most of
just
them,
the
most
what I'm saying is just that that's just his opinion. He wasn't what is it?
if that's if that
He wasn't a criminal. He wasn't like
mhm.
a PDF file. He wasn't like, someone. All he did was just talk, and he had opinions, and he just said spoke his mind, and you don't have to agree with his takes. But the people who are celebrating someone who died, celebrating people who died is very tasteless, obviously. Very tasteless, very barbarian. It's just, there's something like very barbaric about it. And publicly, too. I mean, I can understand if the person was like an actual legit, like, criminal and something happens, like I'm not gonna shed a tear for that. I'm not that good of a person. All right, let's be honest. I'm not that good of a person. If they were a criminal and something happened to him, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm not gonna lose sleep with that. But all he did was talk, and I'm I'm repeating myself. But what I'm trying to say is that like people are publicly putting this out there because they think that just because they hide behind a computer screen, there's like no consequences to your actions. And now we're seeing mass firings. People are getting fired for publicly being gleeful that someone who didn't really do anything wrong, like they're getting fired left, right, and center. And you're seeing it in news journalists. You see them getting fired. You're seeing teachers getting fired. You're seeing like what is it? Representatives getting, well, not like government representatives, but like customer representatives. Like people like are getting fired for publicly saying this stuff on the internet. And because yeah, it's
But as they should be. And again,
yeah.
and this is why we want to talk about, because um again, it's like we've seen, and is your Twitch frozen? Because
Is
I
it?
haven't seen Twitch move. Yeah, it looks like it's frozen. I don't know if I think audio is coming through, but I think it's, at least it's stuck for me. Maybe I'll refresh my screen. Maybe it's mine. Oh
I
no,
know.
okay. It was definitely me. It was definitely me.
I was
It was
gonna,
definitely me.
I was gonna go in
Yeah.
there. I was like,
Okay.
let me go in
No,
behind the scenes.
no. It was my connection. But no, and again, this is why.
I mean,
Um,
society's messed up, but we need to. This
yeah,
is
it's
going
it's
too
like
far. This is going too far. We need to stop. Like there was, God, yeah. Like a lot of people are like pulling up concerns. It's not because there's a lot to say about this. Like I know
but
society's messed up, but we shouldn't be apathetic about that. Like, when is enough? Is
mhm.
like this is getting too far, guys. He's not a criminal. He just was speaking his mind. He was just going to college campuses and talking to the youth. That is all he did. And yet his
One of his most viral videos is him debating whether or not the prequel series or the first series of the Star Wars movie franchise is the better of the series. There's no political talk in that. That's just a cultural thing, and it was a very funny conversation. And people are like, yeah, but he didn't like this, that, or the other thing. So, well, but that's his political right to like not like this, that, or the other thing. Did he ever tell those people that they should be exterminated? No. As much as, and don't believe what you hear on CNN. CNN is garbage. Like I've
Yeah,
checked out a bunch of the reporting. A bunch of it's already like provably false.
yeah, dude,
Um,
don't get me started. There were some people in my Discord who were like posting CNN stuff, and I was like, you do realize they are not a legit journalistic like network. They don't trust CNN. You can literally look up CNN fails, like journalistic fails. You can find them on the internet. You can find them on YouTube. Like, just it's sad. It's really sad. They're not what is it? A serious journalistic network. It's crazy.
yeah.
Anyways, go on.
No corporation is going to be actively interested in telling you the truth. Like let's face it, like mega corporations, big game publishers, they want their numbers to go up, period. And so you have to take everything through that scope and really investigate them to see whether or not they're telling the truth. And again, it's really messed up. But yeah, some of the one of the prominent people at working at Sucker Punch, working on Ghost of Yote, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, has been fired. And again, up till yesterday, I haven't seen a big post on it. There were, I think, several current World of Warcraft devs making a post about it. And again, it's not just that they're making a post on it; they're saying who's next. And this is the thing that's the most disgusting is like who's next? Asmongold. Why the hell would anybody like if you're gunning for Asmongold, you're insane. You're insane. You're
Really?
sick in the head because
You're
he talks about video games and like his like yeah he's done a little bit more political commentary, but it's all
you
like
do
logical stuff. Like he walks you through his logic. It's all sound.
you do realize
So
that he has openly sorry, I am a fan of Asmongold, so I can see why my opinion is biased, but I feel like people are so easy to like not understand where he's coming from because it's so easy to just dismiss his views because he's a stinky streamer who doesn't take care of himself and is a cockroach and lives in his filth and he makes really good points here and there most of the time. So it's like, and sometimes he's right most of the time, but don't take him seriously. But it's like, he actually makes. I don't agree with some of the stuff he says, but some of the stuff he says is actually makes a lot of sense. Like he's a very logical guy. He what he says like makes it just I don't understand like what they just want society to be dumber. That's why I think that these people who are going after Asmongold, a guy who just sits in front of a computer screen hours on end, talking to chat, like really, you think he's a threat to society? Him really? And he's
yeah,
blatantly said that he doesn't really like commenting on political stuff. He only does it because people keep asking him to do it, and that's where his views are coming from. That's where his money's coming from. So he does it. Like it's not that it's like a main
he,
thing he wants to do. It's just what people have asked him to do, and so he does it. Like it's
he and many other people have been definitely activated by this event. Him, Grums, a couple other big gaming voices. Whether you want to call them on the right or not or just center or whatever, they're making a list of all the developers who and companies that know that their developers know that their staff are saying yes, go blankety blank more of those blankety blanks, fill in the blanks. And and that's disgusting. And so we kind of have to like again, what I'm saying today is like I'm going to be paying attention to this, and I'm not going to be supporting some of these studios who just sit there and let this stuff happen because they think, oh well, these are our fans. It doesn't matter if these are your fans or not. If that's the opinion of your fans, that is, it's illegal. You know, you know. B, it's disgusting. So no. I'm gonna be keeping my eye on this, and
What I
I hope things get better, but yeah.
what I also hate about this whole situation is that people seem to conflate the difference between verbal violence, quote unquote, and then actual violence. Like they're like, well, he said some stuff that's hateful to a minority group and stuff, and we didn't like that, so he deserved it. And I was like, because he said mean things that hurt your feelings, and so you think that that was okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. Just because someone said, I know I'm like very minimalizing what is going on. I understand that. But as an example, uh someone says that I don't like your dress. I want to wear that dress, but you're wearing it and I don't like that you're wearing it. I don't like that dress on you. And because they said that, they deserve to get offed. Like what? Like that's craziness, bro. That's crazy. Crazy. Obviously that example doesn't, it's so dumb. It is so dumb. It is dumb. That's why I use that example. It's dumb. Like just because we're not, people are just not understanding that this is not okay. And this is on top of other things that's going on. Like it's not just Charlie Kirk. Like he was an influential person in the scene. People know his face. He's all over everywhere. He's been on TV. People know his face in some circles. Not I'm not saying everybody does, but people he's recognizable. But this is on top of that incident that happened. I'm not sure where. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I avoided this story because apparently it was all over X and it showed a very graphic video. But a Ukrainian woman getting attacked and
Yeah.
she on a public bus system, like she was
Train
trained,
subway.
like she was attacked, and people were already mad about that because no one was talking about it. Like the journalists were like blatantly trying to
CNN
scrub
didn't
that.
cover it at all for several days, despite the fact that it was already international news. We have people who, friends in our community who are from the Ukraine, who have had to take shelter, who are looking, trying to get safe. I lost an artist working on my book project in the initial volley from Russia. So, screw them, because I'm not playing games with that. That's just like I'm very upset that I lost a friend on this. It's disgusting, right?
Yeah.
Um but yeah, like that the fact that people were like, no, let's not talk about this news because it's right wing adjacent. It's like, what do you mean it's right wing adjacent?
Like
What the
a
hell does
woman
that even mean?
a woman lost her life. A Ukrainian refugee in America lost her life. No one was talking about it because the perpetrator had dark skin, and that is the fact. That is a fact. And because because of that, no one wanted to cover it, and people were upset because, of course, it was just such a needless attack. Like, what the hell? But because the perpetrator was a black man, they didn't want to cover the story. And it's like, are you insane? And they were already mad about that. And literally, what is it? A week or two
And
later, about a week or two later,
no, no,
wait,
so
what?
before that, like a few days before that, we had that shooting at a school, and
That
it
oh
was
yeah,
like,
that
okay,
too. Like people were
yeah,
already mad. Things were escalating. And then Charlie Kirk dies. That was just too much. That's just too much. Like all this stuff was like ramping up and now people are saying enough is enough. We're going to push back against it. We're not going to violently attack. We're going to push back against it. We're going to say no. We're going to have protests. We're going to raise signs that say, no, we're not gonna, uh, something needs to change. Uh, I know a lot of people don't. I like listening to psychic readings, and a psychic reading did a reading about what's going to happen after this whole spiel of Charlie Kirk, and he said that it might actually bring about like what is going to be considered free speech. Like it's going to change our what we define as free speech. And like and it apparently the government is going to like enforce demonetizing rage bait content like on what is it, platforms everywhere, on YouTube, what is it, fining fining what is it, rage bait content creators. And like if you're making rage bait content, you're not going to make money off of it at all. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes because of it, allegedly. But that's what a psychic reading said, so I don't know if you want to believe that. But yeah,
Take that with a grain of salt.
take that with a grain of salt. That's what a psychic said somewhere on YouTube.
That is that is a little funny, but yeah. At any rate, again, it's like I'm not. You know, we don't talk about the politics of stuff. The politics of this is that the dude debated people, and you can say what about whatever about his opinions, whether he didn't like it or not, but he was not. It was debating ideas. That was his primary thing.
Like he wasn't
And the
violent.
fact that yeah, and the fact that some game developers, not companies, although I'm sure some of the companies share this belief too, is like, no, we want that person to be silenced. Is like, yeah, we're not going to support you in any way, shape, or form if that's your go-to. Like, sorry, you know, we're not going to talk about it. So we're until stuff happens, we're probably not going to talk a lot about some of these companies. Like we'll give you the general update on news, but as far as like, you know, we're not going to be supporting a playthrough of Ghosts of Yotai anytime soon because this is scumbag behavior and we're not interested in supporting it.
I was waiting for
And
reviews for that game anyways, because I was still a little weird. I don't know. I was like, people had hangups
I don't think
about
it's
the
going to be good.
new. Yeah, because people
Hmm.
had hangups about the new protagonist, especially that she was female, and considering the political climate in gaming, like people were a little hesitant. And I was like, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'll also give, like, I'll be cautious and wait to see what people say about it. And yeah, and freaking knowing that someone on the dev team celebrated this needless violence. This is needless violence, guys. That's what is upsetting about this. It's needless. There was no point in doing that. You weren't proving anything except that you're crazy. That's it. You weren't proving anything. Like that's we live in a crazy world right now, Sad. That really boggles my mind. Like, it was so senseless. It was so needless. There was no point in doing that. You did not prove anything by doing that, except that you guys are very violent. You guys are bloodthirsty. That's what it proved. Like, to people baying that he deserved it, you're violent creatures. Like, I can't even think you're human anymore. You're violent creatures. Like, holy shit. You guys are crazy. The most disgusting part for me was that there were other people on the train and they just smirked. Oh,
Yeah, the train
wow.
thing
I
was
didn't
like
know about that.
wild.
Dude, it was so disturbing. I did not want to know like the details. But
Some of them took out their phones and just started like recording,
that's so
like it was some
fucked
kind of
up, bro. Oh, cause she's
like, hey, look
white.
at this crazy event.
Oh, it's cause she's white. She deserved it. That's so fucked. You, Anyways, I'm driving myself insane. This is driving me insane. But yeah, this is all just so messed up. It's like we can't even be humans anymore. We're all just animals now. But yeah. But I can only hope that things change for the better. That's the only thing we can hope for right now. That things get better. But yeah, I feel bad for, and I'm praying for Charlie's family and that poor girl's family. Like, yeah, they don't deserve that. They didn't deserve that. Anyways,
So
yeah.
yeah, and just sort of like a way to transition stories is like this is, when I say we're not supporting some of these companies, it's not even that hard because there's some weird correlation between like games that are bad and terrible and coming out unfinished and people who support this kind of stuff. Because
Mm-hmm.
lo and behold, we have the big news story of the day. I don't know if you wanted to skip right to this one or not, but but Borderlands 4 has, I don't know if face planted is the right way of putting it, but certainly not the absolute guarantee that the head of the studio said that there's no way that the game wasn't going to run perfectly on launch day. Like,
Oh, thank you for the
congratulations.
raid. Wait, what? He said it wasn't going to. What? He said it wasn't
So,
gonna. Thank you for the raid, you guys. Hello.
hello,
Welcome,
hello.
everybody.
I am the ball of light in the corner. This is Reaver. She's the witch. But yeah, the Randy Pitchford says that I am that confident that there is no way that Borderlands 4 will suffer a failure at launch, which is just so funny because it's like, what the hell,
He's like,
Randy? Really, really, Randy?
it's
Okay,
just, it's just,
sure.
it's just too big to fail. Oh,
So
God.
that was extraordinarily funny. And again, like for those of you who don't know, I've known Randy for a long time. Not super duper buds, best friends, but like we in the same. We're in two industries. Like we're in the video game industry, and then he's got another industry that he's very
Oh,
very
thank you for
very
the
well
hydration
connected
check.
in. So am I.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've had crossover. I know people that he knows people that I know, and yeah, just overall, like I know he's very autistic. He's very like kind of like speaks his mind. He doesn't really have a filter. And congratulations, you kind of played yourself on this one, Randy. Like seriously. So that's kind of
He,
funny in a couple different
okay,
ways.
okay, so it's very hilarious because he openly, blatantly said, I am that confident. Two, Randy Pitchford says it's impossible for Borderlands 4 players to break the game's server this weekend, challenges them to try. And he's like, I am that confident that, that the game's going to do well? Like, I don't know what he was trying to say about that. How could it fail after the banger of a movie they put out? I know, Power of Truth, I know. Hold on. It's just,
I still
he, he
every once in a while I wake up and I still think that that's a fever dream of some sort. Like to this day I'm like they didn't actually make that, dude. Like I dreamt that they made this weird bizarre like somebody wrote the script while they were high kind of thing because this is like genuinely insane, right? Right? Like I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here, but yeah, no, apparently that's a thing.
yeah, God. Anyways, he was like he thought that it was going to be such a big success that their servers were going to be overwhelmed at all. And so they prepared for their servers to be overwhelmed. That's what I think is so funny. He thought that Borderlands 4 was such a big franchise considering the last good game they made was Borderlands 2, and Borderlands 3 was not as well received as he would like to think. And he thought that Borderlands 4 was going to be so well received because they were returning back to like the storyline of Borderlands 2, and he was like, just because of that people were going to be clamoring. He was acting like this was like freaking Baldur's Gate 3. Like he was making it seem like he's like it's a return to form. Remember when that was the freaking spiel that journalists like to say all the time when there's a new installment for a big series? Oh, it's a return to form. Oh, it's a return to form. It's a return to form. And then it's just like dog dookie. Like it doesn't even freaking work. It's all bugged to hell. Well, guess what? It's almost like a prophecy fulfilled itself. And wait, I was gonna say Baldur's Gate. Borderlands 4 was released a buggy mess because they didn't optimize it properly. Oh my god, who could have foreseen? In the freaking
Shocking.
literally, we have been seeing articles and articles of what is it? Developers having problem with Unreal Engine 5. And I think one of the developers from Unreal Engine 5 says the reason why people are having such, or game devs are having such a hard time utilizing this engine is because they are not optimizing on lower scale platforms. They're not optimizing for lower scale hardware. That is why they always end up a buggy ass mess and don't freaking work. It's because they push the game to the highest scale limit as much as they can to make it look as pretty as possible, and then work on lower scaling it last minute. Like, and I'm not talking about like, oh, we have like maybe 5 months to like downscale the program. No, they have like maybe 1 month to downscale, but then there's like multiple low like there's like a lot of ranges when it comes to like low range hardware, and like bringing it down. There's it does not take it takes more than a month to optimize it properly. And it's just like they just do it like last minute because they don't freaking care. They obviously don't care that there's people who have, like me, I have a shitty PC. I do not have very strong hardware, and they don't care about that. They're like, well, get good scrub and buy a $20,000 PC. Okay, I'm being a little hyperbolic, but they're like, you have to shill out a shit ton of money in order to play their game. Like, what? Just to get it to
Which
run
doesn't
properly? And to be fair,
which
if
doesn't
it
always
worked,
work.
and if it did work, if it did, oh, that's another thing. Apparently, they didn't even optimize it correctly in the first place. Like,
Nope.
they pushed the scaling so much that it doesn't even work. Like it doesn't, like, even if you have a high-end PC, this is Borderlands 4 we're talking about. If you Even if you have a very expensive PC, it still doesn't work because they still didn't optimize it properly. I don't even know how the hell they even did that. How do you fuck that up, bro? How do you He was so confident. He even said, I am that confident. This boy coming out here and said, I am that confident. Wait, that is so, oh my god, that is so embarrassing. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment for you, Randy Pitchford. Oh my god, like, holy shit, you really did shoot yourself like twice, 3 times, 5 times in the foot. Like, oh my god, that is so embarrassing. You'd think you would learn the first time. You would think you would, like, learn the first time that the internet serves you a humble pie. The first time, you would think you would shut the fuck up after that. But no, you had to keep fucking digging your grave because you really needed to make the money back. Because that's the only way I can see why you pushed this so hard, is that you wanted to make the money back. Because you sunk probably lots of millions into making this game and to make it run on high optimizational hardware that I'm sure only whales have, because plebs like me can't afford that shit. God. Like, he has such an elite. This just proves that he has such an elitist mindset. Like, holy shit. He is so used to making millions every fucking year that he's like, what do you mean you don't have $1 million in your bank account? Doesn't everybody have $1 million? Just buy it. What do you mean homeless people don't have houses? Just buy a house. He's legit that person. He is legit that person. That is how out of touch he is. That is how
Ironically.
dude, for real. He's like, what do you mean you can't pay it for $100? Get a job. Who wants to pay $100 for your shitty ass game? Who wants to pay for that? You have, oh my god, ugh, he stresses me out. He stresses me out. Like, who made him in charge of this company? Like, holy shit. Like, I would like to say
it is
he's
his
like,
he did build it.
He's like, who made him in charge? Because he's like he's like the dumbest smart person I've ever met. You know what I mean? Like he's the dumbest smart person I've ever met. He's smart enough to get a CEO position, but he's so fucking dumb. Like what? How did we get here? How did we get here? Like he doesn't know how to make business decisions, but he's a CEO. You'd think that like the math doesn't math. Is it a nepotism thing? Like how did this happen? Like what's going on? Like how did his daddy give him $100 million to build up his bank his company? Like what's going on? I'd like to say that he's worse than the CEO of EA, but then it's like I feel like the CEO of of EA, Jesus Christ. Anyways, there's just too many fucking letters. God damn it. Anyways, the CEO of EA, I feel like he's like a lizard person, and then Randy Pitchford is like a 15-year-old who got a CEO position, you know? He's like, but my daddy says, I don't know, like, he feels like so entitled. He feels like such a spoiled brat right now. And he's like, how old is he? He's like 50? Like, I am so done with Randy Pitchford, okay? I'm just so done. I'm done. Because
he is 54.
Jesus Christ. He is a man-child. Holy shit. Like, so what you're telling me is that this man in charge of a gaming $1 million, he is parts of the one of the running heads of $1 billion industry. He is one of the people who is in charge of $1 billion industry. And he couldn't optimize his game properly to run not only on lower end hardware, but also on higher end hardware. Higher end. You couldn't even do that. He couldn't even do that. But his game's worth $100, guys. Base game.
Oh no, it's
base
a
game.
Premium game.
Base game.
The premium. It's a premium product
without DLC, without extra content. Legit, for real. Trust me, bro. It's $100. Can you run the game without it crashing? If you can make it like 1/3 of the way without it crashing, it's $100 game, bro. Like that's the $100 experience. That's what you paid for. Oh yeah, speaking of crashes, apparently Conan, the comedian, the TV star, he was doing a promo on, I don't know if it was live. Was it a live broadcast? I don't know if it was live. That would be even more embarrassing. But he did a promo for showcasing Borderlands 4, and it crashed. It crashed midway through them showing the game and how well it's optimized and how beautiful the graphics are, and it fucking crashes in the middle of the promo. If that doesn't tell you how bad it was gonna be, I mean, it was a little funny, haha, teehee, haha. You'd think that the
Randy wants you to know that 0.55% of complaints isn't about the game not working. It's just about their shift accounts. And then the next highest ratio is about the FOV controls. And then the next group of people are reporting issues with Twitch Pro. That's the problem, okay? The game is working fine. It is running on everybody's machine perfectly. There are no complaints about that as far as he's aware. All of the people complaining about it online are just bots and or maybe aliens. I don't really know what it's saying here.
Aliens. Thank you for the follow, Power of the Truth. Thank you. Uh, but yeah, like what? Randy, 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 Randy. I think you need to shut up. And this is me being nice. I think you actually need to stop talking. Actually, stop giving interviews. Actually, stop promoting stuff and let other people do that instead. You need to not be the face. Don't be the face anymore. Stop being the face. Um, Go back to your little gold encrusted man cave and stay there and let other people do it instead because you're just embarrassing yourself. And this is me being nice. This is me being nice. You're literally
He posted this just a little bit ago. The minimum and recommended specs are published. The most common hardware is a 4-year-old cell phone. Okay, Borderlands 4 is a premium game made for premium gamers. He wants you to know that because he bolded it. Right? He bolded it in his response. Just as Borderlands 4 cannot run on a PlayStation 4, it cannot be expected to run on a too old PC software, like from 2 years ago. Unlike a PlayStation or an Xbox, we cannot prevent a PC player with suboptimal hardware for the game trying to play it. So try and get mad, and some of you actual issues need to be fixed.
Get him off Twitter. Get him off Twitter. Someone take away his Twitter account. He needs to stop talking. Just shush. Shh. We need to normalize having like a shut the fuck up person for CEOs. Like we seriously need like PR people, an assistant who is not afraid to say, please shut up, stop talking, hush. You are making this worse. I know, I'm sorry guys, I'm taking away your entertainment. I am a terrible person. I'm sorry. I know this is so entertaining and we love to see it, but I know he's not gonna listen to me. I'm just a random person on the internet. But you need to stop talking. You need to stop talking now, please. Just stop talking. You're making me embarrassed. You're making me embarrassed. Stop. You're embarrassing me, and I'm not even involved. Like, he's in charge of a company. He's in charge of a company. Why is he making millions and not me? Why it could have been me? It should have been me. Like, why are we at a point where, like, I can like see shit and I'm like, oh, the reasonable course of action is to not do that. I can understand that, but these fucking millionaire assholes are just making all this money, or well, they used to make a lot of money, but now they're making all these shitty decisions, and I'm like, just don't do that. Just don't do that, and you'll make even more money. It's like, damn, I could be making that money. I could be doing that. I could be that could be me. That could be me one day. Like, but no, I just complain on the internet. That's all I'm doing right now. But yeah, it's just what was 4 years ago? 2021.
Yeah. If you bought a PC, if you bought a brand new PC in 2021, you're a sucker, okay? You need to be upgrading yearly. Because if you have a computer that you bought in the last year, then this game runs fine if that's a premium experience. But if you're not a premium user, okay, did you not see that you had to go through the golf club, the local country golf club, and have a standing membership in order to play this game? Don't you know that you're supposed to go for high tea and tinkle your glasses with the silver spoon and say, hem, Sir, I'll take the
Him.
sandwich platter, the dessert platter, and oh yes, a copy of Borderlands 4. Yes, of course. Premium gamers, premium people. Oh,
He's making it too easy to meme on him. Like, for real. I just. This is one of the heads of $1 billion industry. Oh god. Anyways, so yeah, Randy Pitchford don't know what the fuck he doing. Like, okay, so first there
Randy
was the
Pitchford.
whole Randy Pitchford, everybody. So the whole debacle started when he said he wanted to join the freaking price war of the gaming sphere. And there's, for those of you who don't know, there's a price war going on when it comes to gaming about uh what is it? Corporates want to push the price of gaming up to $100. They said no, it's $80. Bitch, that's $100. Shut the fuck up. That is literally $20 away from 100. It might as well just be 100. And they say that the game's $80, but then they like to add like extra content or a special edition to pad it out to $100 over. Like they like say $100 or more. Like uh they're basically justifying $100 price tag for like a ultra limited edition that has like basically all the content. And then there was it, oh yeah, like wasn't there like a super uber duper content for Borderlands 4 that was like $120? Like it was like getting ridiculous. And then freaking Randy Pitchford was like going on the internet because people let him on the internet, and he was saying that, oh well, Borderlands 4 is worth the price. Trust me, guys. You want to pay $100 for this, when people have said that Borderlands 3 was so freaking bad. The story was so shite. You have no idea. Do you know who the freaking bad guys were in Borderlands 3? Streamers. Cringy Gen Z streamers. Those were the fucking antagonists for Borderlands 3. Streamers. And that's not talking about like the fucking, what is it, the what is it, the girl who is the key to everything fucking trope, and then at the end it's just like these three women doing like a power stance together at the end. Like that was just so cringe. It is so cringe. Anyways, that was Borderlands 3. So you can only imagine what Borderlands 4 is going to fucking look like. And no one was hyped for it. And then you didn't, okay, you gave no one a reason to be hyped for this. You didn't give them anything to work with. Yes, you brought in, what's her name, Roxy, that sexy lady that was in 2. I don't know. I don't play Borderlands.
She's in a bunch of them actually.
Yeah, she, like, just because she's in there, you think that would garner interest? Like, it's not just about the sexy women, guys. Surprisingly, I know we talk about how sexy women are important in gaming, but it's not just that. It's also about gameplay and story. Does the gameplay work? And is the story good? You know, I've heard some people who play Borderlands 3, the story sucks, but the gameplay is actually really good. I've heard people say that. And that's why well, I heard one person say that, one YouTuber. He was like, the story sucks so badly, but I hate the game because I love the combat. He hates the story, but he loved the combat. Fair enough, all to you. I like story mostly over gameplay. Well, I prefer story over gameplay, but that's just me. You I don't think Randy Pitchford sold the game enough to warrant people to want to play this. I had an issue with the gameplay trailer that they showed that Randy Pitchford couldn't stop himself from playing because it had to be Randy himself who played the game to make you guys believe that this game is worth $100. I understand it was a gameplay trailer and that it was just supposed to show the gameplay. How can you show gameplay when the fucking the enemy NPCs didn't move? They were not reacting. How is that a good indicator that your game is good when the NPCs don't even fucking move? What do you mean? I saw the gameplay trailer. I was fucking analyzing that shit. I was lasering my eyes, watching every little detail, because I wanted to make sure that this game was fucking worth $100. And then fucking Randy, because he fucking sucks at playing video games. Who thought this was... I know he's the CEO, but he needs a fucking babysitter. He needs a goddamn babysitter. Tell him, no, Randy. No, Randy. No, Randy. You can't be playing the game for the promotional material. You're not very good at playing games, Randy. You're only 50 years old and you stopped playing games 20 years ago. No, Randy, you can't be playing this game. You only play League of Legends. You don't play first-person shooters. Stop it, Randy. You can tell in the fucking gameplay trailer that he doesn't know how to fucking... He doesn't know how to play his own fucking game because the NPCs were rigged to not move. Granted, I did applaud when the fucking monster NPCs moved. The human NPCs did not move. Because I feel like if they moved too fast, Randy wouldn't be able to shoot them down in a cool style. No, like they had to hold fucking still so that he could go pew pew pew, look how cool this game is, because the enemies don't react that well. How's that a good fucking... How's that... How does that sell your game? Anyways, but, you know, at least the monsters moved. At least the monsters moved and showed some cool stuff a little bit. I was like, okay, well, there's that. And then they showed the boss fight. Oh, wait, they didn't really show the boss fight because Randy Pitchford was literally about to die and they had to cut out what I assume was footage of him dying because he was, like, at, like, 10 health because he didn't move out of the way fast enough while the fucking boss was shooting. The boss was rigged to not move that much.
I think he tried to replicate Sven from Larian Studios because that's what he did. And I know that the guy, like, I know Randy has this habit. He sees something, he thinks it's cool. That's it. It's in his next show or next thing or next.
Oh my god,
whatever.
He sounds like a kid. He does sound like a child.
Yeah, no. He
Oh my
is
God.
he is very much like a child. He very much thinks like a child. It's kind of... It used to be endearing, but now it's more annoying.
Anyways, that was embarrassing. Anyways, the gameplay trailer was embarrassing. Because I saw that, Randy. I saw that you were literally at 10 health, and that the, the gameplay trailer blatantly did a weird fade-in where it got rid of the part where you died, because I know there was going to be a part where you actually died. And then they were like, okay, let's cut that part out, and then let's revive, and then show this weird formation that the boss was going to go into, but we're not going to show it because we want to tease you guys so you can buy the game so you can experience it yourself. Anyways, he didn't really do a good job promoting his own game. In fact, he was fighting people on the internet, which I feel like we should normalize taking away electronics from the older generation when they feel the need to fight with people on the internet. I'm just saying, it's getting kind of sad. I mean, I know that the younger generation can be rude and that they should respect their elders. Randy doesn't respect you though. Like, Randy Doesn't like taking criticism like at all. He wants you guys to go into debt to pay for his yachts. And you heard that right. I said yachts, as in multiple yachts. He wants you guys to pay for
Allegedly, allegedly.
his multiple yachts. Uh, and he does not care about you. He doesn't care that you're struggling. He doesn't care about the economy. He's a fucking millionaire. That doesn't affect him. What do you mean?
He doesn't
What
care
what
about.
economy? Inflation? What is that? I don't understand. Like he's legit that person. Oh, anyways, yeah. I can rag on
He
Randy all day, dude.
well, it's going to get worse because I do you even remember the or were you cognizant of the bloody hell the Submato thing
The what?
because that'll the Submato thing because that will boil your blood more than anything.
You mean Subnautica?
No, Submato.
What's
He
Submatu?
was a
What's that?
Submato was he was the largest he was the largest streamer, Twitch streamer at the time, a YouTube streamer. He did YouTube, he did Twitch a little bit, and he did Borderlands content. And then he made a whole bunch of content about Borderlands 3 when it was coming out, and they sent lawyers to his fiance's parents
What?
to try and shut him down from talking about the game because he managed to leak some stuff out that they had inadvertently and stupidly put on their own damn Twitch channel, which was visible to everybody. It was their fault. And they sent lawyers after him, shut him down, went after his family, went off after his fiance's family. They got him banned from all ISPs in the states. Again, as far as I know, and we were,
You
yeah, that
know,
was a whole thing.
you know, gaming companies should really enjoy the power that they have right now. They really should because I don't think it's gonna last. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's gonna last long. So I think that they should enjoy it now while they still have it. Because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be laws in place where they can't do the things that they want to do anymore. Like right now, it's like the Wild West of the gaming industry right now, and soon the government's gonna catch up. Uh, I it's going to be soon, not later. It is not going to be later. It is going to be soon, and they need to chill the fuck out before the government slaps them on the butt. But then again, Randy does need a spanking though. Like I feel like he needs a timeout in the corner, anyways. Like for real. Anyways, um, basically the whole debacle with Randy Pitchford and Borderlands 4, I was literally trying to give some hope that maybe Borderlands 4 would at least be good in some aspect, but it can't even fucking run. And it is so poorly optimized that the only way to fix it is if they work really hard for a good couple months and then do a big update to fix the optimization, which they should have focused on in the first place. What program were they using that they thought that it was such a what I'm just so baffled. What what PC were they fucking using? What specs were they fucking using that they showed how well the game looked to Randy, and Randy was like, this is it. This is the optimal primo fecto primo whatever shit premium god complex shit that people are going to snort up a fucking straw. This is God incarnate, guys. We're going to sell this for $100. I want to know what that was, like how that happened to make him think that this is worth that. But, I'm just a curious person. I'm just wondering how that happened. But, yeah. And then Randy just said, launch this game on those specs. Launch this game on those specs specifically. Fuck all the plebs who can't afford uh high-end PCs who have to fucking buy PC parts from fucking 2010. Like fuck those people. Me like fuck them. They don't exist. They can't hurt you. They don't exist. They can't hurt you. They're not real. Like who has fucking PC parts from 2000 from the 2000s? That's crazy. Like are we in the Stone
I think
Age?
most.
Are we in the Stone Age? Who has a fucking iPhone 11? We're on iPhone 17. What do you mean people still use iPhone 11? I have an iPhone 11. That's why I'm saying that. But yeah, like it's just it's a baffling. It's baffling. But yeah. Is there anything else that has to do with Borderlands? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so. Well, I mean, other than it's just not running. Like gamers are angry, mostly negative. Then leader comes in and blobs his face off and all that
Oh,
kind of stuff.
who's
So
so who's the
yeah,
who's the enemy for Borderlands 4? I fucking
I don't
kid
even
you
know.
not. I fucking kid you not. It is a religious white man.
Oh, that's I've never. Wow, that's really that's really original.
It's a religious white guy. I wonder who else is also making a game centered around religion that is also led by a human male. Uh, what was it called? Intergalactic? Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
original idea, guys.
If
Anyways,
if if the leaks are true on that, which I mean 100% they are, because
it's
that's all these people
called
can think about. That's all they can come
Intergalactic
up with.
Heretic Prophet. It is called Intergalactic Heretic Prophet. Literally, the subtitle is religious connotation. Because religion's bad, guys. Religion and Christianity specifically is bad. Wow. I miss the days when we were like a little nuanced with this shit, but no, they're like on the nose, religion bad. There's no nuance at all. Like, well, there's some people who actually believe in the faith, but they don't subscribe to mass often people. No, it's just, oh, everybody believes in the cult to kill off the whole thing. Like, there's no, they're just all bad guys. Religion sucks. There's no good religion, I guess. Every religion is bad. Embrace atheism, I guess. What do you call it when you don't believe in anything? Atheism
It's
believes.
atheism. Yeah,
No, there was something
yeah.
else. It's like it's not altruism. It's not altruism. It's like
Altruism is a
it's not
that's it's not a
what is it?
religion.
It's not atheism. It's not altruism. It's something else.
Agnostic.
Agnostic. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Be agnostic.
Agnosticism is like I don't know what's out there. Atheism is kind of like it's a little weird because you're like, oh, I know for certain that there's nothing out there. It's like come like just hold on. I can think of like 3,000 different sci-fi stories in which there's like some kind of like warp entity creature of infinite power. Like I mean that's really I mean we got lots of options to go with that. So agnosticism is I think is the like if you're looking for pure logic than just saying, well, I don't know what's out there. It's like that's the smartest thing to say. I think that's genuinely the smartest thing from a logical perspective that you could say. Saying, oh, I know for
It's
a
just
fact that there's nothing out there. It's like
like
that's a little strong.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
a little like yeah.
it's just okay. So yeah, it's just I don't I don't care, about. I have my own type of faith. All right, it's not orthodox. It's like unorthodox. I have my own spiritual shit going on. It, I have my own opinions when it comes to religion and stuff. But if you're like
If
practicing.
anybody's curious, it's slightly like it's like this like, new Slanesh thing. It's really interesting.
If you want to join, look up who Slanesh is. It's crazy times, crazy times. Anyways, uh,
I hate the way they write Slanesh. It's so
I
like
I hate
I
that
don't know, like ninth grade.
they don't they forget that Slanesh is a prince, and they only like emphasize the feminine version of Slanesh, and they ignore the masculine version of Slanesh. I hate that. It's just Slanesh is supposed to be a amalgamation of both feminine and masculine uh
Hmm.
energies, as it were. Well, Bubba's.
Well, they kind of goofed on it on like multiple angles because the overall story, like yeah, like I don't think they've done it very good. Like I don't think they've written it really good. But then I think that it's a little bit. It is hard to because
Well, Bubba's.
if you write it if you write it perfectly, you're just creating like essentially hentai. Like that's basically all you're creating. So you don't want to do that because that's gonna
She
like
who
that's gonna
thirsts.
age
She who
that's gonna
thirsts.
age wall like a whole bunch of your content. But
She who
you
thirsts.
know,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. So
The Prince of
it's kind of
Pain. Ah.
yeah.
I am in my room. I am in my room. I'm in my room, Bubba's. Okay, well, my nephew's mad at me. But anyways, but yeah, what was the last game that Neil Druckmann worked on before he decided that intergalactic the heretic prophet was a good idea? It was The Last of Us 2. And what was in Last of Us 2? Them going after a cult that was like heavily religious. I don't know. Was it like Christian based? I didn't play the game. All I know is that it was a
It's
cult.
always yeah, it's always weird and they don't like again, it's like if you've watched any like 50% of the TV shows like that have any that are based in any kind of like, non um non like modern day stuff. So like fantasy or like sci-fi. It's like it's always like, oh yeah, it's the religious nuts. Like that's who the real evil is. It's
Plastic. God
like
damn it.
can we go back to I don't know, aliens? Like I mean like
I mean,
monsters
aliens.
from
I mean,
space
you
like
can have Halo, because wasn't there like an alien religion in Halo? Like they like
yeah, and
worship the
that it's
rings, like the
yeah,
Halo
it's
rings.
and that's kind of weird, but it's also like I played through all the Halo games. I don't want them to go back. Like unless they're doing like an actual like because the Halo show that they did was terrible because they invented a whole bunch of new lore and like movie producers, TV show
Uh,
producers, Hollywood, stay the hell away from my lore space. If you're gonna do an original, like the original story, do the original story. Do not screw it up. Like I'm sorry, just don't screw it up. Anyways, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Understandable, but yeah, I mean that's like literally the lore is right there. The lore is right there. That's all you have to do. It's just put it on the screen. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to write. You don't have to write. Literally, you can do the short story. There's so much fucking lore to Halo. You can do the fucking short stories. You don't have to write. You don't have to put that much thought into fucking putting it on the screen. All you Anyways, I'm getting hyper. But what hold on. I'm trying to. Oh, sorry. Before I get too far into my rants, because I rant a lot. I'm sorry. But Luna, if you're still here, what mustache color do you want? There's black, rainbow, and there's pink. Uh, so yeah, you can choose three different types of uh mustaches. Mustachio. Excuse me. And I'm trying to pull up Chant, but I can't pull up Chant. That's my own fault. The Last of Us 2 remake number 4. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's what it feels like. Uh I I don't know why it's so hard for people to. Oh yeah, speaking of TV adaptations, did you guys know that they're coming out with a Witcher season 4? Oh my god, Cat, you scared the shit out of me. But did you guys know that they're coming out with a Witcher season 4 and they had one of the Hemsworth brothers playing as Geralt? Apparently he doesn't sound the same as Henry Cavill, which I wouldn't expect them to. They're obviously different people, but it's like I don't know. I losing your main star. He was such a big name star, and you lost him. Bubba's. He was such a big name star, and you lost him. I would have cut my losses. I would have cut my losses right there. I would not have continued making this project of the Witcher TV series. I would have just ended it there. I would have like I don't even know if I even wanted to touch on a spin-off. Like they already tried doing that and it ended very poorly. But what is it called? Like Blood Wars? It was like The Witcher Blood Wars or something like that, like Bloodlines.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it didn't end well. So it's like I would have just ended it with the Cavill saga. But yeah, I'll be a moment.
So, I mean, it's one of these things that, like, overall, just going back to the story writing stuff because I wasn't listening as I was away. Um, the story writing stuff in modern gaming and modern TV, like there are some good stuff, but the good stuff out there is usually older works that are being converted, right? Like there's way too many like bringing stuff back. Like they're bringing Scrubs back again. Like and again, I liked Scrubs. I genuinely did. Like that's sort of my sense of humor to have this like dry kind of like out there kind of humor where he's like daydreaming and stuff like that. That for me that's very relatable. So I like Scrubs. I don't know if it needed to be brought back. I don't know if they'll do a good job with it. One of my it's got two of my favorite characters from TV. I would say easily like two of my top favorite characters, and that's the janitor and Dr. Cox. Like to have this absolutely cocky, like I am right all the time doctor who is right most of the time, and that's where his character flaw is yeah, you're right 99% of the time, but when you're
Right.
wrong that 1% of the time, bad things happen. And then the janitor like having like no name, just constantly screwing with people, like seems to have like god tier level awareness and stuff like that. That's cool. Do we need another run at the series? I don't know. Maybe. I did enjoy JD and Tucker. Is it Turks? Tucker and or Tucker, Turk and JD's like their relationship. It was good to see like good bro vibes. Like that's cool. I like that. That's nice. Well, I'm just talking TV and video game and story stuff. It's like we need better writers in Hollywood in video gaming. Like
Yeah.
and I'm fingers are crossed. I'm really hoping that we're gonna have an amazing season 2 of Fallout. I think I think that we're gonna get it. I think. I again we
Well,
looked. You saw what happened with uh frick, Riot Games season 2, Arcane, right? Second
eh,
season was garbage compared to the first season.
yeah,
So
it didn't help that everybody like overhyped the second season. I
Right.
clocked it, not to toot my own horn, but I clocked it the moment I watched the first episode of the second season. I was like, this is off. I don't like the pacing. Too much is happening. We're not A lot was happening in one episode, and I was like, Jesus Christ, can we slow the fuck down? Like, we didn't get time to grieve or anything because we left off on a cliffhanger from season one, and then season two was like there was a tonal shift. Like, something bad happens, and we didn't have enough. From what I understand on how the first season was orchestrated, they took their time to build up emotional depth, and they weren't afraid to take their time. It took three episodes to build up an emotional connection with characters so that when you get to the third episode, you get hit with that emotional gut punch. But in the first episode of the second season, it didn't even give you time to process what the hell happened. Like, it was like, oh, stuff happened. We're sad. Okay, now we gotta focus on the other plot. This is happening, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. And I'm like, what? Can we like space this out? Like, just a lot of stuff was happening. Uh, they didn't give us enough time to like process everything. Like, it was so bad. I didn't like it because, and not only that, but the the violence in the scenes later on, because there was an incident that incited in the first episode of the second season that happened later on. There was like people were fighting, but what jarred me was that the angles of the fight scenes hid the worst of it. Do you know what I mean? They're like trying to censor the fight scenes. They're like, oh, that's too gruesome. Like, pan to someone's arm so you can't see what they're doing. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what? Like, because in the first season, they didn't shy away from the violence. You were up close and personal. You saw the fist making contact with people's faces. You saw people fighting. You saw like the impact of someone getting kneed in the fucking torso. Like, you felt it. Like, they did such a great job with that. But in the first episode of the second season, like, they did this weird cut where it's just like you don't really see them connecting, the hits connecting. You don't really see like the fighting, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And but everyone praised the shit that out of the second season, like it was like God's gift to the earth. And I was like so disappointed. I was like, did we watch the same thing? Apparently not. But yeah, like it was not good in my opinion. Thankfully, I'm not the only person who noticed that the second season was bad. Other people have noticed that the second season was bad. But, that was in retrospect after the hype. That was after the hype. But yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, I gotta get running because we do have
Oh shit,
I
I'm
do
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
am
I
going
was like,
to
that was gonna
yeah,
be a short stream. Fucking totally forgot.
yeah. So yeah, thanks for everybody. We don't normally get political, but this wasn't really political as much as it was like this weird like anti everything, right? That's what this kind of mentality brings. And so we don't typically get too political, but this kind of raises above that. And I think that we have the absolute justified right, if we are supporting game companies, to hold them to account for what I think the vast majority of people consider crazy, out there, insane ideas, right? And so we're going to keep watching some of these gaming companies. We don't talk about 2K very much because 2K definitely crossed some lines with us in the past, like on a personal level, and they're now like we just don't talk about their games, which is a shame because they do have some very good games, but we really just don't talk about it. So we may end up doing that here. We'll kind of keep you guys abreast of the situation. We do thank you for your support. We very much appreciate it. You keep going if you want, River. You don't have to shut down on my case, but you should get some sleep.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
I'm just gonna catch up as like just do like a roundup thing about like what's left. Like we don't have that much to talk about this week, but I think that's a good thing. I mean, technically that's a good thing
Yep.
that there's not that much to talk about this week except how stupid
Because we
Randy is.
normally
But
cover bad news.
yeah, it's always bad news, but there's some good news this week. There's some good news. So, yeah. Like, but yeah.
If you guys want us to talk about indie games and I've been keeping my eye on the situation with Steam. Steam, they did remove a fair number of adulty kinds of games, but they didn't remove all of them, right? And they removed the worst offenders. There are still other ones that you can get, and not this. We're not directly supporting that, but I've been kind of keeping my eye on that situation. I've been keeping my eye on the whole payment process situation. I think the payment. I think we're
Uh
going to get a some kind of new payment processor that is going to be counter to all this stuff. That's just is going to be just as accessible as like Visa.
oh yeah,
So
and
that
you know how I said that there was like one game that I bought and I was surprised that it didn't get taken down during the mass
mhm,
banning? Uh, I think the reason why it wasn't taken down is because they went through the appropriate channels and that they
mhm.
tagged the hell out of it. They were like, this is an adult game. Minors, stay the fuck away from this. Like, no, no, no. Things happen here. No, no. You have to be over 18. Over 18 in order to play this game. Like, they chimed the hell out of the game because they're like, no, 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 no. That was even before the bans. That was even before the bans. They were like, guys, for real, this game is for adults only. You have to be a mature person in order to play this game. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I'll play this game. And then, yeah, I think that's what saved it. I think maybe because some of the other games they were taken down. They weren't like very serious with like I know there's like appropriate tags, but they didn't like go the extra mile of emphasizing this is an adult game, no minors, adult stuff happens, like what is it? Player advisory shit, like this is heavy subject matter stuff like that, like like I think they didn't really go the extra because other people didn't really go the extra mile. It just like was part of the ban, but that's what I think happens, but that's just me. But yeah, uh but speaking of like the ban, it goes to show that Steam is trying really hard to try to get around Visa. They did come up with a plan that you can still purchase games as long as you have a credit card, which in retrospect I
which
realized,
some people don't. Yeah.
yeah, I realized that a credit card is mainly a US thing. Like it's not having credit isn't a thing in other countries. And I'm like, "Oh, so it's going to be a little hard for like, people who don't have like a credit system to purchase Steam stuff." But yeah, but so I know it just gives me hope that they're trying. They're trying to come up with solutions for this. And uh itch.io is like an indie game supporter. Like if you a lot of indie games that I enjoy playing are on itch.io. They got hit with a lot of bans. They had like 20,000 games removed and only like 6,000 were available now, and that is crazy to me. And what is it? Uh the way that they could have the I feel so bad for the platform. The only way that they could think of to circumvent the ban was to encourage creators to basically re-upload their games for free. Like don't use a payment processor uh for people to buy your games. Like just put it on the platform. You can still put it on the platform, but it has to be for free in order for people to have access to it. And yeah, it kind of sucks because you can't support. I mean, there's other ways to support indie devs, but it sucks that you can't support them directly because with itch.io, you could just instantly support them directly with that platform. But now you have to go to some third party like Patreon or Subscribestar. I don't know, like other like PayPal. Like you can do other things to like Coffee is also another platform. You can donate money to them in some way, shape, or form. Like if you want to really support them, there's other ways. It's just a little annoying now because now they actually can't like straight up pay for the content. But you know, that's where we're at right now. But yeah, they're still fighting. They're still trying to find ways to stop this from happening because this is just a pain in the ass. And I think it's going to highlight, well, it kind of already did. It highlighted to the government how dangerous this kind of rhetoric is. This is dangerous because it goes to show that they have too much power over people, like over the people. These companies have too much power over the people. And that's a no-no. That's a no-no. Only the government has the power of their people. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Am I? But anyways, I'm joking. I'm joking. FBI, I'm joking. Anyways, but yeah, like, is very dangerous, because if they can tell you what you can purchase for games, like, what's stopping them to tell you, like, oh, you can't buy that house? Oh, you don't make enough to buy that house. Like, they dictate what you can buy, dude. That is so fucked up. Like, what? What dystopian timeline did we end up in? That a fucking banking system tells you what you can buy with the money you fucking earned. Like, what? Anyways, but it's they already bit the hand that feeds them. The government's already implementing laws to stop fucking banking systems from doing this, because this is what is it? This is impeding on human rights, which makes me think why the fuck they thought this was a good idea. But yeah, Japan, they also hit Japan. It's not just the US. They also hit Japan. Japan's fighting back. I don't know about the UK. The UK is really crazy right now. But yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're fighting back. Platforms are fighting back. The governments are fighting back. It just takes time. That's why we haven't really talked about it, is because we haven't heard anything new yet. I know that the US and that Japan are, I think Japan's gonna sue Visa because they're doing like, what is it? Monopoly shit. That goes against their monopoly laws in Japan, and the US is implementing laws to like restrict banks' powers over the people. Like, they're implementing laws to like stop that. So yeah, and platforms are fighting back. Things are happening in the background. It's just that processing laws and processing and making new payment processors, it just takes time. So it's going to be a while before we see anything new. If we do see anything new, we'll let you guys know. But so far, not much is going on that front. But yeah, we'll keep our ears to the ground on that. Was there anything else you wanted to add, Seb, before you had to leave?
No, that's it.
Okay.
No, I gotta run.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Have fun. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day.
Bye.
Oh yeah, Luna Kitty, what color mustache did you want me to have? There's pink, black, and there's rainbow. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. There's black, there's pink, and there's rainbow. Pink. Pink. Ah, get out of here, VTube options. Get on there. Ugh. My depth perception is not the best because I'm trying so hard. Alright. Let's see. So there's a little update for the Subnautica 2. Perfect. Thank you. There's a little update for the Subnautica 2 debacle. So for those of you who don't know, Subnautica 2 was in development, but all of a sudden, the company fired all the devs for some reason, and no one understood what was going on, what was happening. And let me play this little segment for you. Hold on, let me pull it up. I know how to use OBS because I'm a professional. Okay. Professional. Professional? Professional. Professional. Alright, so this is a little recap of what's going on with the whole Subnautica situation.
So today I learned...
That is SEGA. That is the wrong one. That is the wrong clip. That's SEGA. Never mind. That's the wrong one. Ignore that. That was the wrong clip. This is the clip. That's okay. Yeah, that's the wrong one. I'm a professional. Do you see this mustache? I'm a professional. This is a professional mustache. Okay. So it's doing a little recap, but this gives a little more information about what's going on.
Co, can you help me understand what all is going on with Subnautica 2?
I'll give you a quick TLDR of where we are right now.
Yes.
Krafton bought Unknown Worlds, the makers of Subnautica, in 2021. At that time, there was a deal made. A massive bonus, around $250 million, if they met certain targets by the end of 2025. Cut to now. Subnautica 2 has been in production since then. A couple weeks ago, Krafton announced that the co-owners and creative director of Unknown Worlds were essentially being fired because they couldn't come to an agreement on what they were doing. Charlie, one of the people fired, does an interview. He states he felt the game was ready to enter early access. He doesn't know why he was removed so quickly, and he was very much playing like, this is a crazy situation. We'll find out more as it continues. As of yesterday, Krafton released a new statement that the people that they fired were doing so poorly at their job that they had to fire them. In fact, they even go as far as saying that Charlie was actively working on a different project that wasn't Subnautica 2, and they were essentially begging him to work on Subnautica, and he wouldn't, which is why they fired him. So Charlie then puts out a tweet saying, okay, we are now in legal territory. Stay tuned for more information. And that's where we are.
Yep. So what the rundown of it was is that, oh god. What the rundown of it was that damn it, is this it's not a paid promotion. I was gonna say we don't support Peacock, but my sister has Peacock, so technically we kind of support it. So I'm not sponsored. Anyways, Soul says hi. Hi, Soul. Hello. Hi. Boring Land 4 went from mostly negative to mostly positive since yesterday. Wow, I wonder what happened. It wouldn't surprise me if they started deleting negative comments. Or maybe they mass spammed it with bot positive comments. Credit cards are known to be debt traps here. Oof. I mean, yeah. Fair enough. That's why I don't have credit cards. But yeah, like my mom got into a situation where like she didn't understand what a credit card was, and she like maxed out a lot of credit cards, and yeah, that was a whole thing. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the Subnautica 2 situation, so what the internet perceived this all as when it first came out, that all of the head people of making Subnautica 2, which was a very lucrative franchise, when they found out that the head people got fired, people were like, what the hell is going on? Well, it turns out that the company that bought the developers, well, bought the IP, the people who bought the IP for Subnautica, they made a promise that they were going to give the dev team a $20 million bonus, or essentially like a good couple $1 million bonus, like a such a lucrative payout if they reach a sales number of like a million sales, a million copies sold, that there was going to be like a $20 million payout. That is, do you know how much of an easy win that is? People want Subnautica 2. That is an easy win. That is such an easy win. It actually goes to show how much the company that bought the IP for Subnautica like didn't think it was going to be that successful, because they made such a ballsy deal. But the dev team were like, "Yo, bet." So they made Subnautica 2, and it is off the charts. People are so excited. They're like, "Yes, early access, give me that Subnautica 2." I haven't played Subnautica because the ocean scares me, but I did buy it because Halloween's coming up, and apparently everyone wants me to get scared, so there's that. Look forward to that. But anyways, well, I'm already playing Resident Evil 2, and that's scaring the shit out of me already, so, you know, whatever. Anyways, early season, Halloween, I guess. Fall season. Let's go! I mean, it technically, Halloween, it's every day in my house, so, you know, to each their own. But basically, the company was like, "Oh shit, it's Halloween all the time, hell yeah." Basically, the company was like, "Oh shit, we have to pay them $20 million because the game's going to be successful. They're going to reach that sales number that we thought was impossible. It's impossible. There's no way that they could sell 1 million copies in like the first week. There's no way." They really underestimated how popular Subnautica was and how interested people were in for Subnautica 2. But yeah, and now people speculate, allegedly, it is not confirmed, but allegedly people are saying that the company got scared because now they have to pay 20 million to these devs and they don't have the money, and so now they're like reneging on their original deal. I don't know if this was like a signed contract or something, but I assume it was, because why would you take a deal unless it was in writing? But now they're like, yeah, now it's making it a legal issue, because they're saying like, "Oh, well, they were actually bad employees. That's why they were fired." Like people are saying the reason why they were fired is because the fucking company didn't want to pay them 20 million bonus for a successful game, which doesn't make any sense to me, because if the game is successful, like, wouldn't you make more than 20 million? Like, you would make more money. And then you'd be able to pay them to 20 million. Like, I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe they're in debt. I don't know. Maybe there's some like financial shit going on in the background that I don't know about. But yeah. But yeah, that was the initial vibe people got. They're like, "Oh, they fired them because they didn't want to pay him out." And people are like, "Boo, you suck because you didn't want to pay your employees because they were gonna you had to pay them 20 million and you were being cheap and you didn't want to do that. Boo." And then yeah, and then
so today I learned that SEGA allegedly.
Sorry. But anyways, yeah, it's just crazy time all around. But now it's a legal issue because they're saying that they were bad employees and not because, they're just like, didn't want to pay him, but played the employees, but whatever. I mean, I did hear that AAA has a tendency to fire employees and to downgrade departments when the game sells well. Even though the game sells well, they fire whole departments, and then the CEO gets like a $50 million bonus. That seems to track. So I'm in a conundrum. I need to use the restroom. but I don't want to leave you guys in silence. And I'm trying to remember what Saib told me that what was like basically copyright free music so that you guys can listen to in the background. Uh I think he said was it War with World of Warcraft? Was that copyright free? Or was it no, I don't think it's League of Legends. It's War of Warcraft, right? That has like copy free war wait, Warcraft. World of Warcraft took me a while of Warcraft uh, OTS OST. Oh wait, maybe wait. Would we get in trouble for like Larian OST? Like for Baldur's Gate 3 OST? Would we get in trouble for that? Fuck. I don't know what's copyright. I'm hitting 120 hours in Persona. Yeah, let's go. 120 hours. I love getting over 100. I love getting over 100 hours in a game, especially in an RPG. I feel like vindicated, you know? Okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet, but I'm gonna put it at a lower setting, so or lower volume, hopefully. I don't know. Hopefully we don't get in trouble for this, but yeah. Or maybe I should just leave you in silence and not even risk it. I don't know. I do too. Yeah, it's just very. It's like the hallmark of a true RPGer. You know, are you a real RPGer if you haven't spent 100 hours in a fucking RPG? It's a badge of honor. Heck. If you you need to get to 200. You need to push it to 200. You need to push it to the limit. I'm trying to. I think it was World of Warcraft. I think. So I'm gonna bite the bullet and put World of Warcraft. Uh, wait. Maybe I should. Wait. Can I look that up? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Is World of Warcraft copyrighted? Oh, music. Yeah. Get out of here, fucking Google AI. Uh, 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 oh, okay. Asmongold frequently plays tracks from the various World of Warcraft soundtracks in the background on his streams. If you make videos, put them on YouTube, then it's possible they could copyright strike you at some point. Wait, what? But he hasn't said anything about copyrighted. Uh, so if you're streaming a game, if you're streaming the game, you'll be fine. Yes, all music from copyrighted by law. God damn it. I think what helps is that. I think what helps is that he puts it over him talking. I think is the thing. Get to 2,000. Oh my. I'm working my way to 1,000 in 7 days, so I will try. Goddamn. Go the distance. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to go to a restroom. I drank so much tea, and I'm so caffeinated right now. I'll be right back. Okay. I'll be right back. That is so embarrassing. That is, bro, that is so embarrassing. I left you guys on mute. I left the music on mute. That is so embarrassing. I was like, I don't want to leave you guys in silence. I was making such a big deal about it. And I left you guys in silence. Oh, hi, Curie. God damn it. I'm a professional, I swear. This is my job. I get paid to do this. God damn it. What is my life? What have I... What is... You muted us? Dude, did you... Like, yeah. There was no music coming through. I fucking muted you guys. I'm so sorry. I know that we were all doom and gloom and stuff. Apparently, I did not drink enough caffeine. But, yeah. So, I know we talk a lot about doom and gloom. On this podcast, but there is a silver lining. We did talk about that even though AAA, fuck themselves over, even though AAA studios don't know how to make games anymore, there are still indie games, which we can sometimes forget. I know, indie games have been making a statement for the past couple of years. They have been blowing up sales the last couple of years while AAA struggles to catch up. I know that. But some people... I have hiccups. Some people have a tendency to forget that the indie scene is still around because everyone's so focused on, People are so focused on the AAA stuff because so much is happening on the AAA stuff that, so much happening as in they're not making money. So, what? No mustache. How could you? Oh no. Rip. Ow! My mustache. Ow! My face, my cheeks. Ow! I can't believe you ripped my mustache off. My mustache. Imagine this redeem as me. I didn't even read that. I just did it. Oh god, one brain cell. That's what you get for muting us. No! That was for Okel Duck and Luna Kitty. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's so embarrassing. I was making such a big deal about it. I still left the music on mute. Oh god. Anyways. But yeah, so people have been saying that there's going to be a game collapse, and I'm not ignoring that I was one of those people. I was like, there's going to be a huge game collapse. So I wasn't saying that there's going to be a gaming crash as in games are going to die. That's not what I was saying. I was saying there's going to be a AAA game crash. Like, there was going to be a crash in the industry because of AAA games. That's what I was saying. Because at the time, indie games weren't really showing up on the spotlight yet at that point. But then, Baldur's Gate 3 released, and then, it wasn't just Baldur's Gate 3. There was other, like Schedule 1 and other small team indie games that were released. And I think that's what... I'm trying to, distinguish what I meant because when I said a crash was because I thought that we would have a crash of the AAA studios. The AAA studios would fall apart, which would leave way for the indie scene to come in and take over because obviously publishers don't know what the hell they're doing anymore. And, one YouTuber did reiterate what I believed, what I believe. And honestly, it's showing this. The statistics show themselves. They've been showing that indie games have been making headway for the last couple of years, more so than AAA in the last decade? Has it been a decade? Have we been in this rut for so long? it's been almost kind of a decade, maybe 7 years. Like, we've been in this hellhole for years, guys. And the indie scene was like, no, we really need to step up. We really need to get our butts in gear and show the gaming industry what can really happen for the better. And then you see the gaming industry clapping back, saying, oh, it's impossible. It's impossible. You're putting up too much high expectations. Which, it's like, okay, so how can a group of 30 people make a masterpiece called Clair Obscur Expedition 33? Like, how? And you're saying that we're expecting too much. We're expecting too much from AAA studios, really? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You have millions of dollars flowing into your coffers, Malige. What do you mean you can't afford good story writing, good quality shit? What do you mean? What do you mean you can't hire the best devs out there to optimize your game? What do you mean? What do you mean you can't find programmers to fix your bugs? Like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean it's too much to expect good quality shit? Like, obviously we can expect it because the indie scene is doing it. They're showing you a lot that games can be good, amazingly so, and at a reduced price. You know, most of the indie games that have released in the last couple of years have all been under $60. Isn't that crazy? Like, we've been in this rut forever, and they've been trying to push this rhetoric of like selling $100 games. And I knew they were going. I made a video on my YouTube channel like years ago getting mad because they pushed the price from 60 to 70. And I was like, bro, I kid you not. And this was years ago. I was like, I kid you not, they're going to start pushing for 100. They're going to push for $100. They're going to push, and guess what? They're pushing for 80, and they were like, you know what, guys? Since we're at 80, let's just go the extra mile for 100. No, we didn't even get to 80. We were still at 70, and the AAA companies were like, let's go 100. Let's skip 80 and 90. Let's go straight to 100. They're not even fucking hiding it anymore. They just want your money. That's it. They don't care about quality, obviously, because we have been having buggy AAA messes because they don't optimize. Because fuck us, you know. So it's like, they don't care. They just want your money. They're like, you're paying for the brand. You're paying for the brand. You're not paying for a product. You're not paying for quality. You're paying for the brand. We are Nintendo. I don't care that we chopped up Donkey Kong 24, 26 into like 5 different pieces and sold it separately. And we said it was another game, but technically it was a DLC. We're Nintendo. We're the brand. You're paying for the brand. We're luxury, bro. We're luxury. Which I don't know what. Can someone please call out that it was a bad idea to let a guy named Bowser take over Nintendo? Like, come on, that is such a meme. Please tell me people are memeing that, please. I feel like no one memes that hard enough. Especially not in YouTube videos talking about Nintendo. The guy who's in charge of Nintendo USA, of Nintendo US, is named Bowser. But Bowser, that's his name, is Bowser. It's on the nose, like legit. Like legitly on the nose. Who thought that was a good idea? We don't meme it hard enough. No one fucking points out that his name is Bowser. Like, maybe one YouTuber who was talking back against Nintendo was maybe said something about it, but that was it. No one memes it hard enough. Anyways, that's just my opinion. I feel like it would be funny if people kept saying like, his name's Bowser and he's part of Nintendo. Get it? Because Mario's nemesis is named Bowser and he's a bad guy. I mean, technically he is an RL bad guy because he keeps monetizing the shit out of every little thing of Nintendo. Because that's news we'd love to hear. But, I'm getting on a huge ass rant. I'm getting off topic. I'm complaining about the prices and them micro managing pricing DLC and saying it's a full game when it's not and shit like that, and you have to pay premium for upgrades of a higher resolution of the game. Like, Nintendo USA has like no say in Nintendo's policies. Yeah. I mean, the guy who's in charge, whoever the fuck is in charge of the pricing, you do realize that the guy in charge, Mr. Bowser, I don't know what position, I don't know, he used to work for EA. And if people know EA, they monetize the shit out of everything. They do microtransactions for everything. And they're like, you know what? Let's bring microtransactions to Nintendo. People love that because Nintendo is such a brand that people will pay for it. And honestly, that's devious because people would. There's so much fucking Nintendo fanboys out there that they would. That's evil. Evil genius. And honestly, as a chaotic neutral, I applaud that. But fuck you. But fuck you, for real. Or is it lawful neutral? Is it lawful neutral or chaotic neutral? God damn it. I don't know. Like, I believe in fairness, but I am slightly attracted to evil deeds. So it's like if you were like an anime villain, I'd find that hot. But in reality, that shit, like, fuck you. Like, for real, fuck you. The last CEO of Nintendo Japan was hoping he would be able to have some influence, but the Japan part gave no fucks. Wow. Yeah, it's just Nintendo is definitely a shadow of it was. They don't care about quality anymore, which is another thing I was going to bring up, that we've gotten to a period where gaming companies are like apathetic when it comes to creativity. They're very apathetic when it comes to making products. Damn, she likes bad guys. Wonder if she heard of the Saja boys. Oh god. They can suck my soul anytime. I'm their little soda pop. The only quality they want you to have is their exclusives. Oh yeah, speaking of exclusives, PlayStation 1, 454 exclusives. PS2, PlayStation 2, 514 exclusives. PlayStation 3, 100, oh god, I can't, is that a 3 or an 8? I think it's an 8. PlayStation 3, 180 exclusives. PlayStation 4, 58 exclusives. PS5, 13 exclusives. Huh. It feels like they just don't care anymore. That's what I feel. Nothing like that statistic is such a good example of how much they just don't care anymore. They're like, we're brand. They're so gassed up on their own fucking farts. That they're like, we're fucking PlayStation. You were going to buy our shit. Like they're so high off of their own goddamn farts. Well, 13 is all the games on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, that's fair. That's true. Ugh, God. Jesus Christ. It's just a shit show all around. this is why exclusives are bad. Well, I can't say exclusives are bad. I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that. I don't think exclusives are necessarily bad. I think it builds a healthy form of competition, which really kicks competitors into gear. In my opinion, I don't think exclusivity is bad. It's just annoying that I can't play my favorite stuff on an Xbox. Like, I can't play God of War on Xbox. Well, I used to, but Xbox has changed the game. I'm just saying. But yeah, like, exclusivity in itself isn't bad. It breeds competition, and it's not, competition is not a bad thing. It pushes you to strive for better quality, better storytelling, better mechanics, something that people want that the others do not have, but we have it. That's what it breeds. You know, back in the golden days of gaming, where they actually had a fucking soul, you know? You know, when companies had a soul, when they actually cared about art and quality, they're like, you can't get this anywhere else. We only have that. And that wasn't a bad thing. Everyone had something. Everyone had a title. Everyone had IPs that were significant for that platform. And that was okay. That was okay. It only became a problem. It only became a problem when the quality started going down. It became a problem when they just stopped caring. They stopped caring about making more games. They stopped wanting to branch out. They stopped wanting to risk everything. Like, they didn't want to make new content anymore. They wanted to just focus on their old IP and just reship it. And that's what they've been doing for years. They've been just enhancing like, they have their OG titles, their OG IPs, enhance it for modern technology, and then just reship it for the same price. No, at a higher price. At a higher price. Genius. We don't even have to work hard. We don't even have to work. We can just repackage our old stuff and resell it. That's what Bethesda's been doing. And then they decided to bite the bullet and make something new, which I applaud them for. They were trying. Was it executed well with Starfield? No, it wasn't. But they tried. They tried. That's all I can say. They tried. I feel bad because I know Tom. It's not Tom Hardy. What's his name? What's his name? Fuck. The guy who made this, the Elder or who's behind Elder Scrolls. It's not Tom Selleck. What is it? You know, the guy, the short guy, that dude, you know what I mean. I'm fine with console exclusives as long as they develop them themselves. The Epic exclusives, I never gonna buy one of the games that went there first. Yeah, the whole Epic Store debacle. So for those of you who don't know, the Epic Store was very poorly optimized when it first launched, and Epic went on a exclusivity campaign, as in they kept buying up interesting indie games that you can only exclusively get on their platform for like 6 months. 6 months. It like they had to sign, like the indie studios had to sign a deal where it's like their game is available only on Epic Game Store for 6 months to a year, and then it's going to be available on other platforms after that. The problem was that that's not a bad thing. What the problem was that the fucking Epic Game Store didn't fucking work. It didn't work. They didn't have a cart system set in place. They didn't have a cart system set in place. And then when people tried to buy games, even if they had to buy games one at a time, sometimes the process, it didn't get processed because it wasn't implemented well. It was a shit show. It was bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Epic Store has had a redesign. They have had work done. It shows. She's looking fine. She's looking good. She's looking snatched. It's okay. She's fixed up now. But when it first debuted, it was not good. It was bad. It was so bad. Like, no one wanted to be on the Epic Game Store because of that. And everyone was pissed off because I think, oh god, I forgot what game it was. Oh god, this happened so long ago. This happened like 5 years ago. But like, there was like this a couple specific games that people were so fucking hyped for. And they were so mad that they could only get it on the Epic Store. Not everyone wants to be on the Epic Game Store. Everyone thought it was going to be on Steam, but then like there's like a Steam page. I think at the time they had a Steam page, but it says like not available till like next year, and then people were like pissed about that. I'm just guesstimating. Almost all games. Ugh. Yeah, people were fucking pissed. Like there was like big titles people were wanting. I forgot what it was. But there was like 1 or 2 titles that people specifically wanted, but you could only get it on the Epic Store, and it pissed people off. No one uses the Epic Game Store as much as they would hope to. Like I think the Epic Game Store makes enough so that it's not completely axed. Obviously, they're making some type of revenue to have a reason for it to exist, but it's just no one uses it, and it goes to show because Silk Song broke every platform. Wait, did they break the Epic Game Store? I don't think they broke the Epic Game Store. Google. Silk Song breaks the internet. There are a couple of platforms Silk Song didn't break. What were including Steam, the Nintendo eShop, the PlayStation Store. So I don't think it crashed Xbox. I don't know. Some people said it did crash Xbox. No, they just said Steam, Nintendo, and PlayStation. So no one, like, I think it was free on Xbox. I think it could, I think it was like a, what is it? Oh god, what do you call it? God, this is what happens when I don't drink enough caffeine. Game Pass. There you go. Game Pass. I think it was on Game Pass. You have to pay like $20 subscription for the Game Pass. I think it was on Game Pass. I don't know. I feel like it would have. But then doesn't that show that not a lot of people use Xbox because it didn't crash their store? And then it goes to show that not a lot of people use Epic because it didn't crash the store. I think it was Metro Exodus. Oh yeah, that. Fortnite makes them all the money. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. They make so much money, like they can have their little pet projects on the side, even if it doesn't make them that much money. But yeah, it was crazy. Crazy. What was I even talking about? I don't even remember anymore. I was talking, I got so far off topic. But I, what I was originally talking about, sorry for my huge rant, but what I was originally talking about was that even if the AAA industry collapses, the indie scene is making such headway that games in general won't die, is what the statistics say. And that's great. And I know that some people get mad about some of the things I say, and I don't properly articulate what I mean. And I have to, like, emphasize what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not, sometimes my brain not work good, okay? Brain not work good sometimes, so I fuck up what I'm trying to say and I say something else. That's not what I mean. I meant that there's going to be a game collapse with the AAA studios. The AAA studios are dying out because they're not developers anymore. They're just publishers. And I guess that's the crux of it. It's not really gaming studios dying, it's publishers as a practice are dying because they prove that they're too corporate, they're too lazy, they're too greedy. They just don't care anymore. And it's becoming an old practice. It used to be a way for indie studios who were trying to make because this was back in the 90s, bro. This was way back in the 90s when people were starting to make programs, but it was hard because we don't have the technology available back then as we do today. So making gaming programs was really fucking hard, especially when you're doing it by yourself. It took a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of money. And people didn't have the money to make the games back in the ye old days. So they had to rely on gaming publishers to basically make an investment on their games. And it was like a foothold for indie game studios to make a name for themselves in this new industry. And it served a purpose. It served a purpose back in the ye old times. But now, in this, so the Lord Slanesh's year of 2025, gaming publishers are kind of irrelevant now. Like, there's no point to even rely on a publisher anymore because you have Kickstarter. You have Patreon. People can fund their own projects now. There's so much open source programs available, and there are programs that you can buy on a budget to help you create indie games now. They don't need publishers anymore. And publishers are sweating buckets because they're starting to realize how irrelevant they are now. We don't need you anymore. We don't need you, old man. This is the future. We're the future. This is the future, old man. 5 million players, 3 million on Steam, 1 million on Xbox, and the rest on the other ones. Damn, okay. But yeah, it's just times are changing. Publishers are becoming irrelevant every day. They're trying to cover their asses by saying that, oh, it's just a fluke. It's just a fluke. It's just a fluke. It's not a fluke. They're irrelevant. We don't need to rely on publishers anymore. They're a dying fossil, a dying practice. And honestly, at this point, I think they should. I think they should die. I think this practice should stop now. They outstayed their welcome. They've become too greedy. They've become too... what is it? I was gonna say impersonal. They've become too detached. They've become too... oh god, what do the kids call it these days when old people don't get new shit. It's not irrelevant. I already used that word. What is it? Out of touch. There you go. That's what it is. They're out of touch now. They don't understand the market anymore. It's sad, but yeah. New blood is coming in, and it scares them. Old man screams at cloud. Oh, so speaking of indies, apparently Silk Song did an update on their game, and they decided to reduce difficulty on some of the bosses. And people are like, "Oh, cool," because I heard some of the criticism was that Silk Song had balancing issues. Okay, fair enough. It's a sequel to Hollow Knight, so I'm sure they wanted to be a little more challenging for the players of Hollow Knight in their sequel game. But then we find out that it wasn't the harder bosses that had reduced difficulty. It was, the bosses that were like hard to kill. No, it wasn't. They didn't get reduced in difficulty. What was reduced in difficulty were like the first two game bosses of the game. And the reason why that's a problem is because they're already easy to beat, and they just made them easier for some reason. And I'm like, why didn't you just why? And people speculate the reason why they reduced the difficulty of two easy bosses at the beginning of the game is because journalists are having a hard time getting past the easy bosses of the two easy bosses of at the beginning of the game. So yeah. Thanks, journalists. Oh god, look at that percentage. Okay, so as I was scrolling through YouTube, they did a DS2. What about game bosses? Also, hello there. Hi, Drac. Welcome in. They did a DS2. What's a DS2? What's that? What is DS2 shorthand for? But yeah, moving on. We really don't have that much to talk about today. But we got an update for the Schlepp Roblox incident. For those of you who are new and don't know what the Roblox incident is, Roblox has gotten under fire for protecting PDF files on their gaming platform, which is mainly catered to children. Don't get me wrong, apparently there's content creators who are adults who make content on YouTube with Roblox, and they've also spoke out against this, and they've removed themselves. Apparently Roblox is so big, they have a creator program, and people were so disgusted about them protecting PDF files that they removed them, like content creators removed themselves from the creator program. Like, it was such a bad look. So the nitty gritty of it was that there was a YouTuber named Schlepp who got onto Roblox to catch Roblox predators. And Roblox thought it was a brilliant idea to basically ban the YouTuber from Roblox to stop him from catching predators. And then they came out with a statement saying that Schlepp, the YouTuber, pretending to be an underage individual, is as bad as the predators on the platform trying to prey on young children. They thought that was a good idea. I don't know why they did that. They did that though. They made that public. That was a public statement they made. And so they doubled down on banning Schlep from Roblox. And now Schlep is suing Roblox because they obviously have a predator issue that they're not taking care of. They're exposing over 20 million children who are on the Roblox platform every day to millions of predators. I don't know how many people are on there, but there's a lot. Roblox apparently is a very popular platform. I thought Roblox in itself was a game. I didn't know it was a platform that had a lot of mini games. That was an eye-opener. I didn't know that. But yeah, Schlep is suing Roblox, and he's made it public. He's like, Roblox is protecting PDF files because Roblox didn't like that this YouTuber was catching predators, whichever have you. And it's not just this YouTuber. A lot of lawyers are getting involved now because, and a lot of YouTubers also jumped on because what the hell? What the actual fuck? I have never seen such mismanagement of a child's platform. Like, you have no idea. There are no safeguards. There are no safeguards to protect children from PDF files. There are none. It is too easy. And then Roblox wanted to implement a dating feature on their platform. Let that sink in. Roblox, a company that does not have proper protection to separate the young children on their platform from pedos, was going to implement a dating feature. Anyways, so now they're getting sued. And Chris Hansen's also involved. Chris Hansen is going to do an episode. I don't know if it's already released, but Chris Hansen was going to do an episode investigating Roblox. And as I was scrolling through YouTube, Schlep, the YouTuber who got banned because he was catching predators. How dare he? He said, Roblox reached out to me now as a PR stunt. If they want a genuine dialogue, they must first act in good faith and acknowledge the victims of their platform. The lore behind Schlep is that he was actually a victim of a Roblox predator. He was, that happened. And when his mother tried to get involved, because apparently the guy who hurt him, like, the guy who hurt him allegedly was an executive at Roblox. Allegedly, Roblox told the mother that they can't do anything about that. That happens. I don't want to like I don't want to conflate it with like misinformation, so I'm not going to say much about it because I don't want to say too much that isn't true because I don't know. I wasn't there. It didn't happen to me. But they said that they can't do much about it. And they didn't fire the guy who did that to Schlep. But later on, a couple years later, the guy was again caught preying on another person, preying on another minor. And I don't know if he went to jail for that. I don't know what happened to him, but basically, it's not like he learned his lesson or anything. He obviously went off to do more bad things. So that was obviously a bad guy. And so now they're all kind of sus because they have a history of protecting pedophiles. Oh God, I said that on YouTube. Oh, I'm sorry. But they had a, I don't know if we're gonna get flagged for that, but they obviously have a rhetoric to protect PDF files, all right? Especially when apparently the PDF files are in high positions in the company. So that's concerning. Yeah, and so apparently, Schlepp got emailed a very official looking letter. It says, "Dear Tony, as you know from our prior correspondence, represent YouTube personality Schlepp in connection with notice you sent on behalf of Roblox. We responded to the notice on August 14, referring the allegations made against our clients and requesting that Roblox direct all future correspondence regarding Schlepp to our attention as his counsel. Notwithstanding this clear instruction, and as you may be aware, Roblox Chief Safety Officer contacted Schlepp directly late last month, soliciting a conversation about platform safety and how the company might keep Schlepp active in the Roblox community." Oh, they want to talk now. They want to talk now, even though they banned him and said because he was pretending to be a child on the platform to catch predators, he's just as bad as the predators, and they refused to unban him. And then, now we want to talk about making him more active on the, okay. Oh, guys, we have bad PR. We have bad PR, guys. This is bad PR for us. What can give us a better, what is going to fix our reputation? Let's bring that Schlepp guy back. Yeah, that'll make this all go away. The direct outreach was inappropriate, not only because it ignored our notice of representation, but also because it came amid widespread negative publicity following the company's decision to ban Schlepp's account. Lord forbid that you get a bad reputation for doing a stupid thing. Roblox's failure to respond to multiple prior reports Schlepp submitted concerning child sexual on the platform, child predators on the platform, threats of legal action accusing him of violating the platform's terms of use, and the company's repeated mischaracterization of his work with law enforcement. Oh yeah, they were saying that he was a vigilante who was like harming people, but he was working with the police to catch predators. He was working with the police in tandem to catch predators, and he was reporting them to the police so the police can handle it. He wasn't taking vigilante justice that some stupid people on the internet are doing. Vigilante justice, for those of you who don't know, there's people who like bait predators to come out in public so that the people can beat up the predator for content and then put it on the internet for views. That's not real justice. You're just beating up on a guy and then they just let him go. He doesn't even get arrested for what he did. Like, so he's free to go hurt an actual child now. Like, yeah, it's so stupid. But yeah, but Schlepp was actually working with the police to actually put these guys in jail. What is it? Companies repeated mischaracterizations of his work with law enforcement, including public statements portraying him as a vigilante, quote unquote, who creates an, quote, unsafe environment, unquote, and engages in conduct, quote, similar to actual predators, unquote. In light of the glaring contradiction between Roblox's actions, public statements, and purported interest in collaboration, Mr. Kaufman's outreach and the company's posture more broadly appear disingenuous. Oh, I believe. Okay, so if I am reading this correctly, this is all a statement that Schlepp's lawyers made to issue to Roblox, I think. What I'm reading right now is a statement that his lawyers have made to issue to Roblox. I believe, if I'm reading this correctly. Hopefully I am. I'm a little dumb. And the company's posture more broadly appeared disingenuous. That impression was reinforced on September 5th, 2025, when CEO David Baszucki appeared on CNBC and stated that Roblox had reached out to Schlepp and, quote, would love his feedback and input to how to scale our systems, unquote. Okay, I mean, it's hard for you to communicate that you want his help when you banned him. And when he pointed out that you banned him, you doubled down on the ban and said, no, you're not coming back. It's kind of hard to communicate when you ban people like that. Like Mr. Kaufman's email, this public statement appears intended more as a public relations tactic than a good faith invitation to engage with our client. And this is all public, by the way. This is something that he made public, so I'm not in any legal issue reading this out. Going forward, we expect Roblox to respect our prior request and route all communication regarding Schlepp through counsel. If Roblox is sincerely interested in a constructive conversation about platform safety, we are open to engaging in such a dialogue, provided it is not conducted in a context where our client is simultaneously being threatened, publicly maligned, hopefully I read that right, and privately courted without notice to his legal representatives. Critically, any such discussion must also address how Roblox intends to become accountable to the hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions. I added that part. I added if not millions of individuals who have been exposed to grooming, exploitation, extortion, and sexual predators as a result of using the platform. To date, despite publicly attacking Schlepp and hastily introducing safety features in apparent response to the unfavorable publicity generated by his advocacy, neither Mr. Kaufman, Mr. Baszucki, nor any other representative of the company has asked a single question about the devastating number of survivors of sexual misconduct facilitated through the Roblox platform. Sincerely, Stephen L. Vanderporten, Esquire. But yeah, that's like the update. They had to make a public note and statement saying that if you want dialogue, you have to come through us. Do not directly contact our clients. And yeah, apparently another lawyer, YouTuber is going to sue Roblox. So there's that. For how unsafe their platform is for children. That is dedicated to children. 20 mil is like minimum. Jeez. Way more kids. Damn, that's a lot. Moving on. Nintendo. We love talking about Nintendo because we can't get enough of Nintendo. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have jointly secured a patent involving summoning a character. I love that they said character because it doesn't say a person, it doesn't say a creature, it doesn't say an animal, it says a character. That is such a broad ass term. Involving summoning a character and letting it fight another. So like Beyblade, So like Baldur's Gate 3 when you summon Muffets, Muffet, what do you call those things? Miffits? I don't know. When you summon demons? Like, this is such a broad ass term, bro. Uh, it's reminiscent of what we see in Pokemon games where players can send creatures out to battle. A few days ago, the United States Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO, approved the filing, which is for patent number 12, 403, 397. This also ties in with a separate patent number 12, 409, 387, related to the quote smooth switching of writing objects unquote mechanism. So not only did they try to make patents in Japan, they're now making patents in the US. And the US law office, trademark office, allowed it. So now they can sue people in the US. I love that for us. Oh, we can only go up from here. But yeah, so there are a couple of games coming out that are creature capture games. There's one called Anima, I believe. And you can it looks really cute. It looks like a blend of Pokemon and what the fuck is something Nikki? God damn it. What is it? It's not Starlight Nikki. What's that game called? That gacha game? No, it's not Goddess of Victory. No, it's like something Nikki. Uh, Wait, was it Nikki? Was it Nikki? No. Cute pink hair gotcha game. God damn it, there's so many fucking gotcha games with pink hair. Shit. Okay, I was not detailed enough in my description. Pay attention to chat, you witch. Oh. Why do you want to throw something at my face? You can't do that. That's illegal. That's illegal. You can't do that. Oh, Dark Souls 2. Oh. Did they remove themselves? One of the big ones just said he would stop doing Roblox contents. Yeah, they just removed themselves. They're like, we're no longer gonna participate in the creator program, and they just stopped playing Roblox, I think. Happy? Why is it saying okay. But yeah, stop throwing stuff at my face. Stop it. Stop it. Yamete o kudasai. Get off me. Yeah, actually. Time to break the law then. Oh my. Infinity Nikki. Thank you, Okeldoc. It was just so rattled in my brain. Thank you, Infinity Nikki. Don't tell me what to do, you goober. Oh my. But yeah, it's like Anima, I believe it's called. It's like it takes like the cute aesthetic of Infinity Nikki and then just makes it a creature capture game, and it's really cute. And then there's Honkai Anima Nexus. I believe it's called. Basically, the guys who made Honkai Star Rail, who made Genshin Impact, they're getting in on the creature capture thing. And, Honkai Anima... Yeah, it is called Anima Nexus. Okay. Yeah, they're making a creature capture game, and it looks really cool. They have sentient avocados, so there's that. They're really cute. And yeah, I'm a little curious about how they're gonna make a gacha game into a creature capture game, but technically Pokemon cards are kind of gacha in a way. So it's like, yeah, I guess. But we'll see. I don't know. I really hope it's not egregious. I kind of want to play it because I want to see what cute characters they have. And yeah, so if you guys are interested, and if you're tired of Nintendo's BS, there's creature capture games that are coming out, to spite Nintendo. And it's like, it's kind of funny because Nintendo is going so hard after, Power World, so blatantly, that people are literally biting the bullet and making creature capture games because Nintendo's not gonna sue them. Like, you're going to sue them. Are you gonna sue them? Are you gonna sue? You're gonna sue? Oh God, what's the company that made fucking Genshin Impact? I don't know. I don't pay attention to gacha games. Okay, just leave me alone. Eh, who made Genshin Impact? Oh, Hoyo. Yeah, Hoyo? You're gonna sue Hoyo? You're gonna sue Hoyo? Really? You're gonna sue them? Really? But then again, it goes to show that they bully, smaller developers. Oh, thank you for the stretch. And thank you for the hydration. I appreciate it. But yeah. It's Nintendo's going to I feel like Nintendo's gonna get in trouble. They're like literally swinging their fists at everybody, and they're going to piss off the wrong person. That is what I'm getting from this. You can't be like setting these traps and thinking you're not gonna piss off the wrong person. Nintendo is a big fish, but there's always going to be that bigger fish, you know? There's always that bigger fish that you do not want to mess with. Might want to throw things, but don't mean gonna decline your health. Oh my, thank you. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. They're going to eventually step on someone's toes that is bigger than Nintendo. And it's like, Nintendo is so big, what do you mean? Who's bigger than Nintendo? I don't know. The Chinese market has big companies that make a lot of money because they have a huge population of Chinese gamers, as well as, you know, foreign market gamers. And if anyone knows the Chinese market, it's very lucrative. There's a lot of customers in the Chinese market. So it's like, maybe even bigger than the Japanese market. I'm just saying, just maybe don't want to piss off the wrong person. They're gonna piss off the wrong person. Who am I kidding? Nintendo is literally being so, I was gonna say avant-garde. I guess they're blasé. They're being so blasé about, I'm trying to get my French terms right. They're being so blasé about like going after people and patenting shit. And it's like, you're going to piss off the wrong people. You're gonna end up going after the one person you should not have fucked with. And they're setting themselves up for that, and they have no one to blame but themselves. But let's get into this. SEGA sent a police raid to a guy's house, apparently. That happened. Wait, did I? I did. I'm a terrible person. Alright, get out of the way, me. I'm gonna die from the shoot gun. Help. No! Don't die from the shoot gun. Wait, what? Yeah, apparently, SEGA sent police to a guy's house.
So today I learned that Sega allegedly sent the police to raid someone's house, and they seized over 300 Sonic and 3DS prototypes. See, Sega has been accused of negligently disposing of confidential Nintendo property during an office clearance. The company was relocating and just tossing everything out, so a reseller came in and bought the entire haul for around 10,000 British pounds. He scored a bunch of Nintendo dev kits, test consoles, and even unreleased versions of a few classic games, but then the police showed up to his house and arrested him on the suspicion of money laundering and seized all the equipment using a search warrant that apparently had Sega's name on it. The reseller also claimed that Sega sent a private investigator pretending to be a potential buyer, and now the company is refusing to respond to any of his legal messages. And for the game preservation community, this is a complete disaster since there was a fundraiser happening to try to get all these kits into a museum, but now we don't even know if the dev kits will ever be returned or if they've already been destroyed.
That is so fucked up, bro. That is so fucked up. So they didn't want, okay, so they didn't want to properly dispose, of their old gen stuff. And so they kind of were just throwing it out willy-nilly. And so a guy comes in with, I assume, good intentions, and he bought up the stuff because why not? They're getting rid of it, right? But then Sega gets mad and sends the police after them because they don't want them to have and own Sega old gen property stuff of physical copies. And so they took it back. Then why did you haphazardly throw them away in the first place? If you obviously don't care. Why don't you just do what they said and donate it to a museum or something? Why, if you don't care? I don't understand people. There's Nintendo, then there's the bigger gaming fish, like maybe Sony or whoever is bigger. Yeah, Nintendo keeps trying to rope in the other big companies like Xbox and Sony into their bullshit, but they're like, no thank you, sir. They're like, no thank you. It's kind of funny because it happened twice. I'm not joking. Literally, Nintendo tried to sue two other games, and I kid you not, they tried to rope in Xbox and Sony twice, and both times Sony and Xbox were like, this is gonna make us look bad. No, we're not gonna get involved. We're not gonna get involved in you suing people. And yeah, Nintendo just obviously doesn't care if its reputation's ruined. They're Nintendo. So there's this article, Sega Dev Kit Raid. Sega Dev Kit Raid, a preservation disaster for collectors, archivists, and the gaming community. The full extent of this scandal will soon be clear to everyone. So yeah, it's all stupid. It's all stupid. It's stupid. We're playing games now. We're playing games. We're playing mind games. We're playing stupid mind games now. We're wasting everybody's time. I love it when we do that. Instead of just disposing of it properly, instead of just donating it, instead of just being nice and like giving it out to like hardcore fans, they just throw it out. I don't understand companies. And then they get mad when someone actually takes their shit and they're like, how dare you? And it's like, well, you were just throwing it out like you don't fucking care. Like, what the fuck? They were negligently, I want to emphasize that, they were negligently disposing of their old gen physical console shit. It even said in the post, it said it in the article, it said it there. It said negligently, negligence. Bad. That's a bad thing. They were doing a bad thing. Maybe they didn't want him to have it because it was evidence that they allegedly illegally got rid of their physical stuff, and so they're like, oh shit, if he owns this, it just shows that we illegally, quote unquote, allegedly illegally got rid of this stuff, and we're gonna get in trouble and we're gonna get fines. And so that's probably it. It's because they could get in trouble, so they're like, oh shit. And so they had the police raid the house, which is funny because they illegally disposed of the cartridges and stuff. So make it make sense, allegedly. So YouTube is going through some changes. So I don't know if you guys been hearing, but the algorithm is fucking up on YouTube again. This is like the 4th time. We love that for us. So apparently people have noticed that there's like AI shit going on their videos, which is really weird. Like there's like AI voiceover shit that's going on people's videos. There's like the AI subtitles are not working. People's views are going down. People's views are not like if you upload a new video, it's not going out to people, it's not being recommended. And people have been saying that, oh, it's because it's on restricted mode, but you need to take it off restricted mode. Turns out that's not it. What we think is happening is not what we think is happening. It's not what the truth is. The truth is, well, I can't say it's the truth. This is a theory, because YouTube has yet to fix the problem, and they have yet to say a serious statement about what is going on. Because of course people have sent out, tags to tell YouTube what's going on, and YouTube's like, we're looking into it, which means they're probably not going to do much about it. But yeah, unless someone is in terrible danger, just like the police, unless someone's in terrible danger, they're not actually going to do anything about it until the government gets involved. You know what I mean? Like, okay, that was I was kind of joking a little bit, sorry, but basically they don't really care unless it affects their revenue, which is not affecting their revenue, so they don't really care. So it affects YouTubers' revenue. Does it affect YouTube's revenue? No, they're still making money. Of course, that's all they care about. But the theory is that the reason why there's so much weird shit going on the algorithm is that it's a theory. This is a theory, so take it with a grain of salt. The theory is that YouTube has changed the algorithm again because they want to promote the YouTube app and not promote YouTube web browser. They don't want people using the YouTube web browser on PC anymore because of blockers. They hate VPNs and they hate ad blockers. So, or what have you, to whatever they want to use to make money, they don't like that you're using blockers to fucking hinder their money. So they're like, what's the one platform, what's the one area that is not affected by blockers? Cell phones. Who puts a blocker on their cell phone? Nobody ever. I'm just kidding. Some people do have VPNs on their phone. You can't put a VPN on your phone. But, like, blockers are mainly for PC as far as I'm aware. I've never really heard of a blocker on your phone, but yeah. So, what is it? YouTube is trying to promote basically the phone app usage. Like YouTube, they want people to use the YouTube app on mobile more than on PC. And it's showing because if you use PC, maybe some videos that you want to watch aren't being recommended so much on PC anymore. And it's actually being promoted on the YouTube app on your phone. And to be honest, I actually watch YouTube on my phone all the time. I sometimes watch YouTube on my PC. I don't have blockers. I pay for YouTube Premium. I don't know if that makes me a loser or not, but I pay for no ads. So I better get not fucking ads when I pay for. Dude, do you know how much it pissed me off when I heard that they were thinking of putting ads even though I'm paying for premium not to watch ads? Like, that shit pissed me off. They're like, "Oh, well, even though you're paying for premium, you still have to watch ads." Fuck you. No, I'm paying for the exclusivity of not watching ads. I don't want to watch ads. I don't want to watch ads. I just want to fucking listen to YouTube in the background while I play fucking RPG games on my phone. That's literally it. I like to multitask. But yeah, so that's what is a theory is of what going on YouTube. I'm not surprised. Why not a museum? I don't know. Fucking people are greedy. They probably thought that they can. Oh wait, I already said that they probably were going to get in trouble with the law for like, because negligently disposing basically means you're illegally disposing of material. Negligence means illegal. Like you're doing a bad thing. Just because you put negligence in front of it is like a softer way of saying this is against the law. This is against the law. Don't do that. Allegedly. This is just a theory. And sorry, I can't say it because it's copyrighted. Sorry, I had to. You're fine. You can use browsers on the phone, and I do it. You know, fair enough. There's always workarounds, but that's what I'm just saying. It's just a theory. That's what people think, because what is it? There's this one Bellular News. We're actively trying to figure out what was going on. So they did an investigation, and they're trying to see what was affected and what was not affected, and they realized that the mobile app was getting more views than the PC browser. Specifically the PC browser. I know there's a phone browser, but the PC browser, if you're watching a video on PC, you weren't getting that many views. But if you watch the video on the mobile app, it was getting more views on that area, and that's what they noticed. And so they think that that's what they think that the reason why they're promoting the YouTube app more, or they're trying to promote the usage of the YouTube app on the phone, is to get away from ad blockers. Do have a VPN on my phone as well. Think it comes with ad blockers. Have to double check. YouTube Premium gets ads. You need the Ultra Premium to not see ads. Well, I don't know what fucking premium thing I have, but I don't see ads. So I assume that they upgraded me. I don't fucking know. But yeah. It feels like YouTube Premium hasn't changed for me. I feel like it's not. I don't know. It's just. When I'm getting kind of stuck because when I pay for YouTube Premium, it only gives me one deal. It doesn't give me like 5 different deals and I just choose one. It just says, "Hey, you want YouTube Premium? Get YouTube Premium or get YouTube Family." And I'm like, "Okay, I want YouTube Premium. I don't want YouTube Family. I want YouTube Premium." And then, yeah, they give me Premium. And that's what I pay for. So, yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of game devs are getting fired because they're rejoicing in the death of Charlie Kirk. Sadness. We already talked about that. Sorry if I'm being a little blasé myself, but we already talked about it earlier, and I didn't. I got emotional, so I don't want to get back into it. But Hades 2 is coming September 25th in a couple of, well, I can't say in a couple of days, in like a couple weeks. We're gonna get it in a couple weeks. I didn't even know it wasn't out yet. For some reason, I assumed Hades 2 was already out. It wasn't. And oh my god, dude, I need to get back into Hades because Tyla convinced me that I have to play Hades, and they said I can lower the difficulty so I don't go insane. And I want you to know, Tyla, if you're still here, but if you're not here and you're listening to the VOD, I want you to know I exhausted the dialogue. You know how you're supposed to like die all the time and you get resurrected? I died so many times in the first stage with Morgana or Megan, whatever her fucking name is. I died to her in that stage so many times I exhausted the dialogue of interacting with the characters. That's how bad I was at Hades. I exhausted the dialogue. Do you know how bad that is? The fucking game where you're meant to die, you're supposed to die a lot so that you can progress and get stronger and like progress the story by dying. I exhausted the dialogue. There's no more new dialogue. I used it up. I died too many times. But yeah, maybe I'll go back because I wanna fork Thanatos. I wanna romance Thanatos. Megan's kind of hot with her whip, but I want to get that sad boy Thanatos. I assume he's a sad boy. I haven't really met him in the game yet, so. But yeah, Hades 2, it looks amazing. It's coming out September 25th. I can't wait to see what romance options we get for that. Hopefully a little less bullshit romance options. Okay, so I would kind of went on a rant. I hate it when games okay, I'm a huge romance nerd. I love romance games. I hate it when games put in romances that are not romances. And they're like, oh, you can romance Medusa. You cannot romance Medusa. And they're like, and like if you try to romance her, she'll just say, oh, I just like you as a friend. Ow, I hit myself. And it's like, then what was the point of that? I mean, don't get me wrong, like you can still give people like gifts and stuff and interact with them and stuff and still be their friends. But why was the promotional material that you can romance Medusa? And why does she get like flittery hearts whenever she sees what's his nuts? Who's the guy? What's his name? Come on, chat, help me out here. I'm old. My brain cells are dying and falling out of my ears. Who's the protagonist for fucking Hades? Zagreus. Dude, chat, you be letting me down. You guys let me down. I'm disappointed in you. Zeus? Gwyn? Wasn't listening. What? You said you were lurking, Gwyn. Oh my god. Useless. What is the point of you, chat? You're supposed to catch me up when my old lady brain fucking falls out of my head. But Zagreus... Wait, why was I saying Zagreus? God damn it, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, right. Then why does she get fucking hard eyes? Why does she get hard eyes whenever she sees fucking Zagreus? Why does she get hard eyes when she fucking sees Zagreus? Why does she get fucking all flittery? What's with the fucking hearts then? If she just doesn't have a crush on Zagreus? Like, what the fuck are we doing? What games are we playing here? What fucking mind games are we playing here? In fact, it feels a little malicious to me. They're like, haha, you thought you can fucking seduce Medusa? Ha ha ha. That's what it feels like. It feels juvenile. It's like you're wasting my fucking time. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I'm going on a huge rant, but basically, I don't understand why Medusa was even on the promos of being a romance option when she's not even a romance option. And, like, she's fucking has hard eyes for Zagreus, and she gets all nervous around him. But she only sees him as a friend. Like, what? Okay. Like, okay. This is a game, guys. Can we stop with the fucking IRL shit? Like, I'm a little... It's just kind of... It's like... I don't know. It's just kind of... I don't understand why you want to waste my time. Like... Am I wrong for thinking this? I don't know. Like... I just don't understand why you made it seem like she obviously has a crush on Zagreus. But then she's like, no, I want to be friends. I don't see you like that. And it's like, what? Then what? I mean, you can say that she always found him cool. But then what was with the hearts? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You're doing this shit on purpose, bro. You're asking if you are wrong when you are a woman. Okay, can we get like a ban? Can we like ban Gwen? Can we like time him out? She's playing with our feelings. Bro, for real. I'm like, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not saying Medusa's playing with our feelings. I'm saying that devs are playing with our feelings. I don't like it when devs think it's like a good idea to be like, we're gonna make her a romance option and make people think she's into you, but she's not into you. And it's like, then don't even make her a romance option. Just make her a friend. Why is that so hard? Just make her a friend. We're getting debated as always. I would rather you friend zone me. I would rather you friend zone me than fucking waste my time. Yeah, because they need to break our fantasies. I fucking hate that. Why do you feel the need to be like, oh, I don't want the player to be like up, like what? Like what? What? We play games for escapism, bro. Stop trying to break my heart. What the hell? Like, I didn't sign up. I didn't consent to get my heart broken. All right? I didn't consent to this. All right, have fun with chores, Gwen. I didn't sign up for this. Just fucking tell me you don't see me that way, and then we can just end it like that, okay? Like, why you wasting my time? Like, come on. If you want to be my friend, just say so. They have to teach the chuds a lesson. I mean, fair enough. The chuds must be chudded. If that even makes sense, whatever. Anyways. It's so dumb, dude. It's so dumb. You do realize girls fucking play games too, right? You do realize that, right? Girls play games too. If you have romance elements in a game, even a game that has soul-like combat like Hades, I'm going to play it because there's romance in it. If there is guy-on-guy stuff, you bet your buns I'm gonna be on that shit. But before I get too much ranting... Oh, are they gonna do that shit for Hades too? Are they gonna do that shit for Hades too? Are they gonna set up some false romances that are gonna piss me off in Hades too? No? Because the protagonist is a woman? Is that it? Is that it? We're not gonna break a woman's heart, but we'll break men's heart. Wow, okay. I can't believe the audacity. The audacity. It's okay because Zagreus is a man. It's okay to break Zagreus's hope. Dude, I wanted to romance fucking Achilles so badly. I wanted to romance Achilles so badly. They fucking shafted me. They shafted me out of an Achilles romance. They're like, no, you can't romance Achilles because Zagreus is his mentor. Like, what is it? Achilles is Zagreus's mentor. Achilles taught Zagreus everything he knows. He can't be a romance option. And it's like, bitch, they're okay. First of all, they're adults. They're adults. One's a fucking ghost, and the other one is a fucking god. Can we cut the crap here? Can we cut the crap on the morality shit? And they've been in hell for years. They've been in the afterlife for years. Wait, how old is Zagreus? Isn't he like hundreds of years old? Am I wrong in that? Or is he like actually like in his 20s? How old is Zagreus in Hades? He's 20 to 22 years old in human terms. As a divine being with a mixed lineage, his age is more of a developmental stage than a fixed number, with time being less material in the underworld setting. So time doesn't even matter. They shafted me out of an Achilles romance because stupid morality. It's like when the dev, wait, what? It's like when the dev make you pay for the romance parts. Who does that? Who the fuck does that? They make you pay for the... Oh, are you talking about like the mobile apps? The mobile romance games? I know a lot of romance games where if you try to play them on mobile, you'll only get specific romance scenes if you pay for it. I hate that shit. That shit's annoying. That's actually what got me away from the romance mobile scene, because you have to pay for every fucking scene, bro. I have to pay for the hand-holding scene. I have to pay for the hand-holding scene. They touched hands while he was passing her a fucking cup, bro. No, they don't think women play games. Oof. No. That's why they invest into those romance apps on phones. Ugh. God. Anyways, I really hope... Wait, hold on. Let me see what are the romance options for Hades 2. I want to see what the romance options are. Romance options for Hades 2. Eris, Nemesis, Moros, and Dora? Who the fuck are they? Are they all ladies? I know Nemesis is a chick. And Eris? No, Eris and Moros, I think those might be... I think those might be dudes. I think those might be dudes. Eris. Never mind, that's a chick. Moros. Ooh, Moros looks hot. Sorry, sorry, let me show you guys. Ooh, damn, he looks like a drow. Fuck yeah, okay. Okay, Moros. Okay. Okay, he hot. He's hot. Okay. Okay, I take back what I said. I take back what I said. It's not just women. Who the fuck is Dora? Who are you? What is that? I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm not gonna be happy either way. I'm not gonna be happy either way with this. Medusa was Zagreus's little chibi character companion. I swear to God, I'm going to be mad if Dora... Oh wait, she is a romance option. I'm gonna be mad if you can fully romance Dora. I'm gonna be mad because we couldn't get that with Zagreus, but we can get it for his fucking sister. Okay. If it's a full romance, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. If it's not a full romance, it still reiterates my point that they like to fucking shaft you because they're fucking sadistic assholes. Alright, who's Nemesis? We haven't seen Nemesis. 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 I know how to spell. Oh my god, she's hot. Oh no, she's muscle mommy. Oh, she's hot. You guys can't really see her. Hold on, let me open in a new chat. She's hot. Oh, she's hot. Oh my god, she's muscle mommy. She's fucking beautiful. Oh my god. Wait, what? Who's Eris? So there's like three romance options and one male romance option. Is Dora a female? Or is it they're like, do they them pronouns? I don't know. It's like a ghost bear thing. It has paws. I don't fucking know what Dora is. I mean, Eris is hot. I mean, yeah, she's pretty hot. Okay, she's pretty hot. She's giving me like Jack vibes from Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 specifically. She looks pretty cool. Okay. No, I'm talking about a few of the cozy farming games I play, and I had to buy DLC for romantic scenes. Wow, that's fucking bullshit. I hate that. Thirsting for elves again? Be back in a bit. Doggo is barking at something. Okay. Look, it's not my fault that I have a thing for drows. They're elves. They have gray skin, silver hair, ethereal beauty, and they're morally dubious. So yeah, they're right up my alley. They're right up my alley. And they have driders. That's a thing that I didn't think I would be interested in, but I'm interested after playing Baldur's Gate 3 and seeing that drider dude. He was pretty hot. I was like, damn, driders. Didn't know I'd be into spiders, but I'm into spiders. But yeah, I'm not. Does that even count as furry? I don't think that counts as furry, bro. Nah, that don't count as furry. I'm not a furry. What was I talking about? All right. I got so far off the subject. But yeah, I love romancing games. I hate it when they shaft you in some way, shape, or form. I hate that. Oh yeah, there was also like in the text RPG community, there has been a influx of I don't know how I can say this without getting demonetized. There was a, let's just say cheating. Let's just say that. Let's just say cheating. So there has been an influx of some authors in the text-based community, which is known for having romance options in these RPG games. They've been putting cheating elements in the game, and not like you the player have the option of wooing away someone who is betrothed to someone else. It is not in your power to woo someone else away from their betrothed because that was your choice to make. No. They implemented that you can romance a female character, but she will leave you. It is scripted in the game that she will leave you for someone else. And that is her romance route. And it was annoying because no one knew that that was going to be in the romance route. And it's like, if that's going to be in the romance route, why is that even a fucking romance if she's just going to leave the main character anyways? What was the point of that? Why did that happen? And people have said it's because it's to shaft people from their, like, their toxic fantasies of, like, getting the girl or something. And it's like, what? Like, what? No one likes cheating IRL, so why the fuck would anyone like cheating in a fucking RPG when the fucking player character has no control over it at all? Like, why the fuck would people be okay with that? Like, what? It's stupid. But that's just me. Oh yeah, Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined announced for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, Switch 1, and PC. So they're coming out with the Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, which is basically more of a, if I am looking at this right, instead of it being like a pixelated platformer, it's going to be more of a 3D rendered open world game, if I'm looking at it right. I could be wrong. They're selling it for $60. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good, because usually people do it like for $80. But yeah. I think that's everything. Yep. That's literally everything. Took us 4 hours. Yes? Okay, hold on. Hello. Mom, that little princess is sleeping. Oh no! Okay, well let me end this real quick. Okay, guys, that was literally everything. Anyways, that was everything. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you guys have a good day or night, whichever you're at. And we'll see you guys next time. Alright? Thank you. Bye-bye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.